Night of playoff football. The semifinals are here. The semifinals are here in Arkadelphia. Cooper Dar, when you get to this point, you know you're a good football team, and you know that you will be playing a good football team as well, and that's what Arkadelphia is matched up against tonight in the Southside Southerners.
That's right. Two really good football teams here tonight in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It's going to be a fun game, going to be a good game, and whoever wins this one is going all the way to the state championship tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next Saturday.
There are two state championship games tomorrow. Championship week, this is the split over 2 weekends in the Little Rock at War Memorial Stadium. Last night, the 8-man championship was played. Strong had a big win over Midland. Today, the 2A state championship was played in Little Rock at War Memorial Stadium, and the Conway Christian Eagles defeated East Poinsett County 18-8 to win that school's first state championship. About 4 minutes ago, the 5A state championship began between Little Rock, Parkview, and Farmington. 2 more games tomorrow. 6A between Shiloh and Greenwood at noon, and then 7A tomorrow evening at 6:30 as Bentonville will play Bryant. These two teams are among 4. The other 2 are Elkins and Mills. They are playing in Little Rock tonight that are trying to get to that state championship game. Cooper, for those of you who are not familiar, Cooper is a student at Ouachita Baptist University in the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, the Student Sports Media Production Program, a sophomore at Ouachita. Played high school football at Shiloh Christian, and so you have played in the semifinal games. You've played in semifinal games against Arkadelphia. When you are a player going into one of these semifinal games, and let's particularly take the home angle of this, you're playing a semifinal game at home. What's going through their minds 25 minutes before kickoff right now?
I mean, you just know the entire city's going to be coming out for you. You have been preparing the entire season for this game. Obviously, you want to prepare the entire season for every game, but you've made it to the semifinals. You don't want to get 3rd or 4th place now in the entire state. You want to go all the way. So these guys are in the locker room, and they're not at their boiling point yet, but they're simmering with heat, and then once they hit the field, they're going to be ready to explode with a lot of football. They're just ready to go.
It will just be the adrenaline causing them to boil over, because the temperature is not boiling over. It is a brisk 35 degrees here at 6:35 here in Southwest Arkansas, but it will be a hot night on the field, and we're ready for it. This is the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. After the break, we will hear from Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker in an interview brought to you by Roger Wingfield State Farm. It's the Badgers, it's the Southerners, it's on the line for a trip to War Memorial Stadium next week. It's the 4A state semifinals on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb, Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker in advance of tonight's semifinal game between the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Southside Southerners. This interview brought to you each week by Roger Wingfield State Farm. Give them a call at 870-260-2612 or stop by 620 Pine Street next week to see how Roger Wingfield State Farm can help your insurance needs. Coach Shucker, we're here in December. It's fun to be doing pregame shows in December. The state semifinals, just lots of excitement that goes along with playing in the state semifinals, and I know that I've sensed that around town, and it has to be at the high school on campus again this week.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time. First semifinal game in this stadium.
Right.
And so we're really excited. It's in the past 4 years, this is our third time in this situation, and that's something that's important to know going into this game, that these seniors as sophomores, we're in the same exact situation. Semifinal game, you win the game, you get to move on to Little Rock and have an opportunity at a state championship, but you got to take care of this game. You've got to be focused on this because nothing's guaranteed. And as juniors last year, they didn't get that opportunity to keep moving and keep going forward into the semifinals. Last year's team was put out in the quarterfinals against a really good Rivercrest team, and tonight we play a really good Southside Batesville team. I'd say it's one of Southside's best teams that they've had in recent history. So they're going to be excited to play. They're going to play with a lot of energy, and just based off of the film that we've seen and what we've seen from them throughout the season, they're probably one of the more energetic teams that we'll have seen this year, and which is a good thing. I mean, we like to play with energy too, and so it should be a really good matchup. It should be an exciting game.
You mentioned third time in the last 4 years. It's the sixth time in the last 10 years. Basically, you go back to 2015. The first one, that semifinal, was at Prairie Grove. 2017 at Pea Ridge. 2018 at Shiloh. Mm-hmm. Then you go to Shiloh, Harding Academy. But you mentioned first semifinal here at Badger Stadium. And talking to people who were around, I think it's the first time there's a semifinal game since 1987 that has been played in Arkadelphia. Of course, that was at Henderson State. Playing at home and the crowd and the atmosphere, and talking to some one of the assistants from Gentry, he was told earlier in the week, he said X's and O's are one thing, but you got to get your guys ready for the atmosphere and where you're playing. You don't think about that. We just kind of take the stadium for granted, but it can be an imposing force, especially when it's a full house and the fans are into it.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about that to me after that. It was sometime after we played Gentry, and so I thought about that for a little bit, and we do love our venue. Like when we have a true football stadium, it's just not a set of bleachers posted up on the side of the field. It's a true stadium. It's concrete. It's just got a really, really good feel to it, and then once it fills up, it's an unbelievable atmosphere. Right. Our community does a great job of supporting, coming out and creating a great environment. Our band does a good job of creating an environment. Our cheer, just all of everybody. Right. Cheer and dance does a great job. But like this past week, I walked down there and I went and stood on the visitors' side just to look back at what our opponents look at, and I've never done that. Never really thought to, didn't care to, and but I could see how that could be intimidating from if you've never played in big games or you're not used to that type of environment. I could see how some opponents would be intimidated by that. We're used to playing in big games. We're used to the environment right here at Badger Stadium, but our crowd travels really well when we're on the road. We're used to it, but I could see where other teams wouldn't be.
Let's go back to last week's game against Dardanelle. It was a game where a fast start, 21-0. As you said on the post-game interview, it was first quarter great, second quarter bad, third quarter meh, and then kind of did what you needed to do to win the game. It was a game of momentum. It was. And you were able to get that momentum at the end, knowing that we've said in here and you said on the coach's show that at one of these weeks you're going to have adversity and have to respond back. And I thought your guys handled that. Yeah,
and in the playoffs, you're going to have the opponents get better every week. You're going to have a game that's just not everything that you want it to be, and I thought we started the game that way, finished first quarter 21-0, and the second quarter was just kind of flat. They did a really good job of controlling the tempo of the game. They slowed it down and tried to keep the ball away from us, and they were able to put points on the board when they needed to, and it just halftime score was what it was, and the third quarter was kind of the same way. We scored early in the third, but it just took forever. We didn't score early in the third. They held the ball for pretty much the whole third quarter, but when we did have the ball, we scored. And so the third quarter went by so fast. We were right into the fourth, and the second half just didn't last very long.
Right.
But we did enough early in the game to where we had I don't want to call it cushion, but
Right.
we had enough early in the game to where we were in the lead the entire game.
Well, and also I thought that game showed the importance of special teams.
Yes.
Dardanelle misses a couple of extra points, and then instead of taking a lead at 23-21, when they did cut it in the second half to 21-20, they're still playing from behind, having to stop, having to score. And so I thought there were a couple of, you hear coaches talk a lot about the importance of special teams, but you also talk about when you get an opponent down, keeping on the momentum and keeping the pressure. And I thought that was a game where those two coaching points that I know I've heard you talk about in this time and on the coaches show, that that game showed how important both of those aspects are.
No doubt. That's something that we take pride in as special teams. Coach Chandler is our special teams coordinator. He does a great job, and we've been able to really jump on opponents at times through our special teams and gain momentum through our special teams. And so our special teams came through for us this past Friday night against Dardanelle. Another thing that Dardanelle had going for them also was the hometown environment. I mean, their fan base showed up, their community showed up to support them. And so when we did make a mistake, they were able to gain more momentum off of it because their fans got excited and kept the energy going for them. And we're excited about having that opportunity tonight.
Orion Roberts was the player of the game. We've seen it defensively, offensively, really set the tone on the first play from scrimmage. Talk about Orion on both sides of the ball.
First offensive play of the game for us. He catches a ball and takes it to the house and really set the tone for the game. And like I said, the momentum, we were able to ride that momentum for as long as we could in the first quarter. We were able to continue to put up points, and he had two explosive plays on the game. He had two really good touchdown catches, played really well in defense, and then special teams as well.
After the break, we'll talk about tonight's game, the semifinal matchup between the Southside Southerners and the Arkadelphia Badgers. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football. This is the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. This interview brought to you each week by Roger Wingfield State Farm. We'll be back after this timeout. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Go Badgers!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Call State Farm agent Roger Wingfield for your personal price plan today.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Roger Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb, Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. This interview brought to you each week by Roger Wingfield State Farm. Give them a call, 870-260-2162, or stop by 620 Pine Street next week to see how Roger Wingfield State Farm can help you with your insurance needs. Coach, it's the semifinals. We talked about it before the break, so let's the intangibles surrounding the game before the break. So let's get into tonight's game. The opponent is a familiar one, even though it's from Northeast Arkansas. The Southside Southerners. This will be the third time that Arkadelphia and Southside have matched up, once in 2017, once in 2021, and now in 2024. So every 3 or 4 years, it seems like the brackets put these two together. Those previous games were in Batesville. Also, since then, last cycle, Southside was up in Class 5A. This is their first cycle back down in 4A. A lot of those things have changed, but one thing is the same as the offense, although they've had a little bit of shuffling back and forth. Coach Kenny Simpson is back at head coach. He was the first time that these two teams played. And so let's first start with Southside's offense. Coach Simpson and his gun tee. Coach Kaiser has seen this before. He wasn't the defensive coordinator when you were the head coach when Arkadelphia went there, but he was back in 2017. Offensively, what can we expect to see from Southside tonight in the gun tee?
Yeah, their gun tee system. I mean, they are well known for it. They are well branded in it. You're going to see a lot of buck sweep. You're going to see some RPOs off of it. You're going to see some play action, and you're going to see some belly. They've got a really good wing back. They've got a really good running back. I believe he's eclipsed 2,000 yards on the year.
Right.
And so they do a really good job of running their system and what they do. Biggest thing that we've got to do is get lined up to it and then match and exceed the physicality tonight.
When you see the buck sweep, what is Southside? What is an offense that does a lot of the buck sweep trying to do to a defense to make that effective?
Yeah, they're trying to get numbers on one side of the formation. They're trying to outnumber the blockers to the defenders. There's different ways based off of what defensive alignment that you give them and how you fit it. The way that they block it depends on how you fit the run, how you fit their scheme. And so they can sit there and kick with the first puller. They're going to pull both guards. They're going to kick with the first pullers if you're trying to box it. And then they'll wrap inside for the next defender to fit. And their running back's going to make his run off of that second puller that's getting vertical. If you try to spill it, you try to wrong arm spill it and try to bounce everything. The log, they'll get the second puller, try to get him around. If you do it right, he's not able to, but that's how what they'll try to do. They'll try to get around it and then try to get him out in space. I mean, that's the biggest thing is getting more blockers on one side of the ball than what you have defenders, really essentially what it's trying to do.
It seems like it's an offense that is really going to require all 11, especially the front seven, to be disciplined in what they're supposed to do, knowing assignments and not trying to take false steps and get if they're supposed to set the edge in the exact spot.
That's the deal, and we can't get out leveraged. I mean, we can't let the ball get outside of us. We can't let one of those extra blockers get outside of us and around, and so our defensive line and our linebackers have a big test tonight. I mean, they're going against a high-powered gun tee offense. I mean, they've put the points up that they needed to do, and they can be explosive if you let them. If you make a mistake, they will take advantage of it. And so we've got to do really good in the box. One thing that they haven't shown that they're good at is passing. They've got a sophomore quarterback, a very talented quarterback. But throwing is not his strong suit. They don't have the skill players that are just going to run by you. They're effective, but we like the matchup that we have against them.
Let's flip to the other side of the ball. What will Southside? What do you expect Southside to do to try to stop the offense?
Yeah. So they're going to try to play with energy. I mentioned that in the first segment, but they're going to try to play with energy. Every tackle that they make, they're going to stand up and beat their chest and hoop and holler and bounce around. And they're going to be an exciting bunch to go against. But they're a 3-4 defense. There'll be 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, and they'll give us some space. Like I said, the speed is not their strong suit. They do have a couple fast kids, but they just don't match up well all the way around. And so they'll give us some space, I believe, and I think they're going to bring some heat. They're going to bring some pressure. They're going to blitz. They do like to do that. They'll send both outside linebackers quite often. And we've got to do a good job of identifying and being able to pick the blitzes up, and then we've got to be able to get the ball out of our hands quickly. We've got to get turning point at the running back spot. We've got to take care of the football.
Southside comes in 13-0. Obviously, they're undefeated in their conference, so it's a team that has a lot of confidence right now as well.
Yeah, they are. They're a team, they're a program that's never played Thanksgiving week, and they did that last week and they won, and so now they're in the semifinals and they've never been this far, and so they have a lot of momentum on their side. They're on cloud 9 right now, being able to be this far and hoping to move it forward into next week for the finals. And it's kind of like a Cinderella story for them, and we've got to do a really good job tonight, and we can't get too high, we can't get too low. One big play is not going to win the game. one bad play is not going to lose the game, and we've got to stay even the whole game. We got to understand that there's going to be 160, 170 plays tonight, and we've got to be in the game and ready and execute on all of them.
You mentioned, we'll wrap up with this, you mentioned they will bring energy. I would imagine this is also a game where you have to match that energy, but match it between plays and not get caught up in other stuff outside the play. And
we like to play with energy, and I don't say that they're going to play with energy like it's intimidating.
Right.
I'm just saying like they're going to do what we do, and so we do have to match it and hopefully exceed it. But we also have to just be the team that we are.
Right.
We can't let another team trying to play a same type of way that we are, get us in a funk where we're not used to that. We've just got to understand they like to be the same way we do. We like to play with energy. When we make big plays, we like to celebrate it. Mm-hmm. We like to get together and hoop and holler and all that too. Like, we want it to be a fun game, and we got to know that they're going to play the same way if we let them.
Well, kickoff is a few minutes away. Coach Shucker, thanks for joining us. Good luck to the Badgers tonight. This is the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. This interview each week brought to you by Roger Wingfield State Farm. After the break, we'll take a little bit more look at tonight's game. Get ready for kickoff. That is just a few minutes away. You're watching ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. Back with the rest of the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show after this timeout.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone Ltd. says go Badgers.
The Board of Directors at South Central Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fulfill a need other internet providers were not able to provide in our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.net or call 855-269-3429.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone Ltd. says go Badgers.
Welcome to Arkadelphia Badgers football, the semifinals, right here in Arkadelphia at All Care Field, home of the Arkadelphia Badgers. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Cooper Darr. I want to say a big thank you to the pregame show, that interview with Coach Shucker coming from Chris Babb. He'll be back at halftime, but he's never really leaving us because he's right here next to me, running the show from the computer next to me. On my right, on my left, our statistician for decades. That is Jim Rothwell. He's got his championship cap on from previous state championships. He's brought it out for the semifinals tonight. Arkadelphia taking on Southside High School, and a large number of their fans have come down from the Batesville area. Arkadelphia, as you would expect, Cooper, a very large crowd here for this home semifinal game.
That's right, and that's just what you expect. Arkadelphia fans always traveling really well, but also they're coming home as well. So a lot of fans are standing around the stadium. They're sitting down. But it's going to be a very, very exciting atmosphere here tonight for the Arkadelphia Badgers.
First year for the LED lights, so what you're seeing on the screen is not the full lighting of the stadium. You'll see that momentarily, but right now we're still in pregame activities and very excited about that. A small band has come from Southside High School, and Arkadelphia, of course, has a lot of music going on. Steve Patterson here on the PA has been talking to the fans down in front of us. We got the window open. It's cold. 37 degrees, but that's football season in December.
That's right. You always just want to talk about playing football in December. This is the goal to get to. It's either a state championship or a semifinal game. Hopefully after tonight, we'll be playing for a state championship. But football weather in December, and it's Christmas time.
Southside won the toss but deferred, and so Arkadelphia will receive the opening kickoff. And Cooper, Arkadelphia is more than glad to put its offense on the field first.
That's right. The offense just provides so many weapons. Offensive line led by Carson Carroza, just a whole bunch of leaders on the offensive line, but also a ton of leaders and weapons from the receiver and running back positions. McCoy leading at quarterback. He is just a sophomore, still leading though. And you got Braden Wagner, Jay Purifoy, Maddox Finley, and all the guys.
Do not adjust your set. It's perfectly fine. We're just having a little fun with LED lights here before the game starts. Now you see what you're going to see. Beautiful picture brought to us by Coleman Callan, who has been with us for 4 years, senior at Ouachita Baptist University. The guy loves to shoot video at football games. He's only missed a few. He's been here for 4 years. Your first year, Cooper, and you're already in the semifinals.
That's right, already in the semifinals. Coleman's been here a lot longer than I have. He got to film whenever I was in high school. He filmed me, Arkadelphia versus Shiloh, about 3 years ago. So that was a lot of fun. But me and Coleman got to become really good friends, and we have our pregame traditions just like a lot of these players do as well, and we feel like that's going to really, if we didn't have that, we didn't feel like we would win tonight. So, but we know we're gonna have a fun night tonight.
You and Coleman both part of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, a academic program run by Chris Babb on the faculty at Ouachita. But tonight we're all Badgers, even former Shiloh Saints. We're all Badgers tonight. Looking forward to this football game, and it should be a whale of a game. Of course, Southside is undefeated. They've played very well. They've been able to win some close games. They've blown out a few people. And Arkadelphia, its only losses, of course, in the pre-conference schedule when they were playing higher division teams against 4A teams. Arkadelphia is also undefeated.
That's right. Arkadelphia sitting undefeated against 4A teams, just like you said. But really, what catches my eye is the preseason that Arkadelphia had. They have seen some really big competition, including Dardanelle last week. But the competition that we faced in the preseason really goes unmatched against some of the teams that Southside has played.
Southside is a confident team. You can tell by the way they carry themselves throughout the pregame warm-ups. You could just see that they really desperately want a trip to the finals, just like Arkadelphia does, and there's no doubt that Arkadelphia is a very confident team as well. Badgers set to receive the kickoff. They have a good kicking game at Southside, punter especially, but for the kickoff, it should be a returnable kick. Arkadelphia has good return men, 3 deep, waiting for this opportunity. Here's the kick. It's a long kick, but it's returnable from the 5-yard line. This is Wagner. He's up to the 10, to the 15-yard line, to the 20. He'll make it to the 25, 29-yard line. A good return on a long kick.
Good return, great field position for Wagner and the Badgers. This offense now is going to be coming out and is going to be coming out fast. And they're going to be getting lined up. They're going to go. They're going to really have some big explosives probably here in this first possession of the offensive side.
They're going to spot the ball at the 30-yard line. First down and 10 for the Arkadelphia Badgers. Southside lines up defensively. They've got a strong defense as well. Running game right at Southside. Going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on first down. That's not unusual. You want to test that defensive line immediately. Arkadelphia does it, and they'll pick up about 2.5 yards.
Running a counterplay right there.
We're going to say the back of the football is touching the 32, so second down and 8. Pass play. This is Wagner. He makes the catch, hit immediately, but the gain will be up to the 36-yard line. So third down comes. It's third down and 4 for Arkadelphia.
You can tell the Badger coaches have really prepared this game because we're running counter a little bit different tonight. It looks like we're going to be pulling the tackle, and that's just all game plan. Looks like this defensive line for the Southerners is pretty dominant as well.
Third down, 4 yards to go for the Badgers. Sophomore quarterback and Bryson McCoy, both teams featuring sophomore quarterbacks. Going to be another run, a dropped ball, and I think Southside's got it. That's a turnover. Southside with the ball. He tried to pull it out from the running play, but the ball went to the turf, and the Southside got there quickly and got the recovery.
Well, this is going to be a game of ups and downs, and let's just start with the down and keep going up from here. Is that right?
That's what the Badgers will try to do. From the 32-yard line, it's first down and 10.
Now it's time we're going to be hearing all the Arkadelphia Badger fans being super loud for the defense. Now we're about to see a wing T offense, a very good wing T offense. It's an older style, usually where we see some tight ends go, and in the gun as well. So
Trey Allen is the quarterback, and he's got men lined up on both sides as blocking backs for his running back. And his running back has some room on first down. That's a good run on first down up to the 23-yard line on the carry. Outstanding running back Owen McLaughlin. It's a good run on first down. Got 8 yards, 2nd and 2. About the 24 as they spot it, between the 23 and 24-yard line. They'll line up again. Different kind of offense that the Badger defense is facing. There's an end around and some room to run. A flag goes down, though, so this might come back. If not, it will be a first down. They knocked him out at the 15-yard line. It's going to be against Southside.
Now I'm getting word number 4, Owen McLaughlin, the running back for the Southerners, has over 2,000 yards rushing. So, we're gonna be seeing the ball in his hands a lot tonight. Let's see what the Badger defense can do against him.
They like to run, and he's a very fast, not a very big, but a very fast running back. They have some other good weapons on offense too. So the ball will be spotted back between the 33 and 34-yard line. So we're going to call it the 34, 2nd and 12 after the holding penalty. They'll shift their blockers to the right side, short side of the field. And there is a run to that side, and this time not much space. A gain of only 1. McLaughlin again on the carry.
And that's your little pin and pull action right there to the right. Little buck sweep S, a little bit. But good job by the Badger defense right there, holding their edge and making a stop right there at the line of scrimmage.
It's 4-down territory, but they need 11 yards. 3rd down and 11 for Southside. They do have some speed coming to the bottom of your screen. Really fine player, also a fast player, and that's Lewis Calhoun. Now they're going to shift those blockers again to the short side of the field. At the top of your screen, they're going to run with the quarterback after the fake, and he will lose a yard. 4th down and 12. Maybe 13. Well, the fake to the running back did not work. And with nowhere to go was Trey Allen.
And that's exactly what you want to see from the Badger defense, getting a big stop on 3rd down. Now we'll see if they punt. They're kind of in a punting formation, but you never know. It looks like they might go safe here for punt return.
4th down and between 12 and 13 yards. Arkadelphia does have a man deep, and they do have a punter deep. He's a very good punter. Arkadelphia is a lot of conversation on the defense now to make sure they're ready for a fake. There's a good snap. He does want to throw it, and he will throw an underhanded pass, and it is going to be knocked down and incomplete. Underhanded down the hash mark. I don't know if you'd call that a trick play or not, but it's something you just don't see very often.
Yeah, that kind of is a trick play. He threw it up into the air, kind of resembling a kick, had a spiral, especially like a kick, and it really was a pass. Became incomplete no matter what. Still the Badger football in the offense will be coming out now.
Arkadelphia absolutely ready for that. And really not a bad time to try it, because still the ball's just at the 35-yard line, but that's much better than where it might have been if he had tried to drop it inside the 20. 1st down and 10 Arkadelphia, 2nd possession, and they're going to lose yardage. Hit in the backfield is the senior running back Kyle Reed. Second down after a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Both offenses sputtering so far. On 2nd and 12, he'll roll. This is McCoy, wants to throw it. He's got a little time. He fires it downfield. That's a catch. He caught it with a knee down, so not quite a first down, but still it's a good game. 3rd and short coming up.
And that's just so great about the awareness that Wagner has. He was aware of his surroundings, caught the ball, and got some good yards right there.
Arkadelphia needs a long yard here, and they're going to make it. Good run right up the middle, and they're going to come away with a first down.
And that is a Welch Funeral Home first down for the Badgers.
Badgers up to the 48-yard line. 1st down and 10. First down of the game for either team. 2nd possession for the Arkadelphia offense. A beautiful opportunity when Southside got a fumble, but they couldn't move the ball. Back to pass. McCoy's looking deep this time, but he'll throw to the sideline. That ball is thrown complete to the 40-yard line of Southside. Very good throw to the far sideline. Immediate tackle, but a first down.
And that is Maddox Finley right there on the reception from McCoy. Welch Funeral Home, first down.
Ball at the 40-yard line. First down and 10. Arkadelphia on the move now. And again, cheers from the visitor side as Southside does a good job against the run.
Yeah, honestly, that was just a good play right there by their defensive end, coming under on the outside zone, kind of setting an edge and making a good tackle.
2nd and 11 for Arkadelphia. McCoy at quarterback. Reed next to him, a sophomore quarterback, a senior running back to the left of his quarterback. Back to pass. McCoy looking downfield. He fires it. That's another completion. Threw it right on target for a first down, just inside the 30-yard line.
And that is a Welch Funeral Home first down.
They're going to spot it right on the 30-yard line. First down and 10. McCoy really hitting his spots right now. The sophomore has an outstanding arm. First down at the 30-yard line of Southside. 4 receivers in the game, and they want to throw, but a penalty against Arkadelphia. They're going to back them up by 5.
Talking about McCoy, he's had a great year, sophomore quarterback. He has come in, he has led very well, very, very well. He's been player of the week plenty of times this year, and he has led this offense as he will just unbelievably this year.
It is a full house here on the home side, a very large crowd on the visitor side for the semifinals. We're glad to bring you this game. We know a lot of folks back in the Batesville area are watching, as well as Arkadelphia Badger fans from really, frankly, all over the country. Flag goes down again, 2 penalties in a row, and this again will be a penalty against Arkadelphia. So the Badgers, with some nice precision passing, got down to the 30-yard line of Southside, and now they find themselves with first down and 20 after 2 5-yard penalties. Unforced errors. They'll try to remedy that on first down and long. 2 receivers bottom of the screen. The one nearest the sideline is Wagner, but they've got several dangerous receivers. Back to pass. Open deep. He's going to throw it deep, looking for Purifoy. He's got it! Touchdown Arkadelphia. What a catch by Purifoy.
And there you go. Jay Purifoy, once again, Arkadelphia Badger touchdown. That is a huge play for Arkadelphia. He was reading the ball, had to adjust just a little bit, caught it right inside that pocket. Huge, huge touchdown to start the game, the semifinal state playoff game. Wow.
40-yard pass caught right at the goal line. Extra point is up, and it is good. Arkadelphia leads it 7-0. Extra point almost always good from Seth Molinari. 6:01 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia has scored first. It's the Badgers 7 and Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
8 plays, 65 yards. The touchdown on 1st and 20 came from 40 yards out. It was a nice pass by McCoy, but a great job of adjusting the football by Purifoy.
That's right. It was a beautiful pass, but also he had to adjust just a little bit. Just beautiful execution by Jay Purifoy. 40-yard reception for the touchdown.
Southside is set for the kick return. Arkadelphia's kick coverage team has been strong all year. We'll see what they'll do here in the semifinals with some speedsters back there for the Southerners. The kick is high. It is returnable from the 15-yard line up to the 20-25-yard line. Near the sideline, they'll knock him down as he crosses the 30 from the 31-yard line. First down and 10 for Southside.
And here we go. We see Nykeeson Wimberly coming out onto the field. Malachi Hamilton had a huge game last week. Orion Roberts had a couple interceptions, a couple touchdowns last week. Amari Ford as well. this is a fun defense, a dominant defense, as we've already seen tonight. I'm expecting to see it some more.
Trey Allen is the quarterback. He's a sophomore. He runs this offense extraordinarily well, but they do run a lot more than they pass, but that doesn't mean they don't have big plays. They've got big play running backs back there, including Mr. McLaughlin. Arkadelphia shifting its defensive line. Here is a handoff going to the right side. A little bit of room there. In fact, good run after contact, and he'll make it up to the 36. They might mark him at the 35-yard line. They've been running to the right a lot so far.
They have been running to the right a lot. Even though they'll start some of the tight ends on the left, shift over to the right, they'll still run to the right. So I have a feeling we'll see that a lot tonight, but also I'm expecting some trickery to happen at some point.
Ball at the 35. It's second down, 6 yards to go for the Southerners. There's a quick handoff, and here's McLaughlin looking for space. He will not find any. He's quick, but there were just too many Badgers there. Again, a run to the right side. That has not resulted in a lot of success so far. The first run from scrimmage, they got some yardage, but they got nothing that time. Third down and 6. Ball at the 35. Allen looks over the defense. Passing formation, but let's see. No running backs apparent in the formation. Blocking back behind the right tackle. 3 receivers toward the bottom of your screen. They're going to rush the backfield, and they'll try to get past it, but they will not. That's a short gain for McLaughlin. They put pressure on the backfield immediately. McLaughlin got away from that, but then 2 Badgers were waiting for him, and they made the tackle at the 37. This is probably going to be a punt. Third down and 4.
Looks like Wagner got in there
down
on the tackle all the way from the safety position. Wagner's just a threat on offense and defense. Just great player right there.
Yes, excuse me. It is 4th down. I think I said 3rd down moments ago. 4th down and punting situation. They have excellent kickers here for Southside, and back there right now is Braden Simpson. His kick is going to be returnable for Wagner, but immediately a good tackle is made at the 35-yard line. That tackle was made by Dryden Hulsey.
It was a good tackle, but, I mean, still great field positioning right here. Whenever you give the Badgers great field positioning, especially on the 36-yard line, some dangerous things can happen with this offense.
So a fake punt and a punt. And 2 possessions for the Southerners. Arkadelphia had a turnover on its first possession, a touchdown on its second possession. Badgers have the ball again. First down and 10 at their own 36-yard line. They're going to send Purifoy in motion. Now he comes back to the bottom of the screen, but a flag goes down. And the official's pointing at somebody, Arkadelphia. They're saying somebody's moving.
I know we say it a lot, but the Badgers cannot beat the Badgers. It's got to be the Southerners versus the Badgers, and we just don't want to see the Badgers beating the Badgers tonight. Got to play some clean football.
The third procedure call in just 3 possessions. The third procedure call against the offense. We'll see if they can overcome this again. On 1st and 15, pass play. That's going to get some yardage out to the 38-yard line. I believe Maddox Finley's on the catch. So that was a nice pickup out to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 12. No, I'm sorry. Pickup of 6. Back to pass, and another flag goes down from the far side this time. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Not sure what the issue is. We're not quite close enough to be able to tell you if this is the same problem every time, but it's the 4th time they've had a procedure penalty against Arkadelphia.
A lot of adjustments to be made. Offensive line coach is going to definitely probably have a talk after this possession, but just got to lock in. It's the semifinal game. Can't have much mistakes like this.
All right, Arkadelphia will try it again. Throwing the ball to the flat. There's the catch. Oh, and he ran into his own player, and it kind of ruined the play. That was a close one. Now a flag goes down at the end of the play. That looked good until the receiver turned and hit his own player, and he almost had a knee go down, and then he was swallowed up by defenders. That ball started. Officials are going to talk about it. We might have an ineligible man downfield. Not sure. And they're going to wave it up. They're going to wave it up. Ball at the 32-yard line.
I think they were talking the call might have been an ineligible receiver downfield, but the pass was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so that's probably why they waved it off.
All right, from the 32-yard line, it's still third down. What a confusing offensive possession this has been for the Badgers and for everybody watching the Badgers.
That's right. It's third down. Big explosive play will be huge right here.
That's what they're going to look for. In motion goes Purifoy. Back to pass. He'll send some pressure. He'll throw it downfield. That's Wagner, and that's a catch for first down. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. Arkadelphia first down.
And there is your Welch Funeral Home first down by Wagner and the Badgers. Big explosive play.
Ball at the 47-yard line of Southside. The Badgers has come up with big plays when they need them. First down and 10. Wagner made that nice play, and now a play on the far side, and that's Purifoy after the catch. He got some yardage, maybe picked up 5. Let's see where they spot it. Flag down on the play as well. We have seen a lot of flags fly so far in the game. They've not had a major effect so far, I would say. Ball right now is spotted at the 43-yard line of Southside. The officials want to have another discussion. Ball at the 43, so it was a gain of 5, but let's see if it will result in moving the football in one direction or the other. And they are going to mark it off, I believe. Arkadelphia is backing up.
I didn't see it with my eyes, but I am not down there. But
okay, it's going to be a major penalty back across the 50-yard line. They're going to put it at the Arkadelphia 47-yard line. Once again, Arkadelphia is struggling a bit, and there's going to be a timeout, and there will be a discussion. Coach Shucker is wanting to have a conversation with the officials, and they have stopped play for the moment. So we're going to take a break. 2:53 left, first quarter. Arkadelphia 7, Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
We'll be back to action momentarily. First quarter score, Arkadelphia 7 and Southside 0. 2:53 left here in the opening quarter. We've seen some exciting play, and we've seen some mistakes. Arkadelphia has made its share of mistakes. That was a block in the back. That puts it back on the Arkadelphia side of the 50-yard line. They'll mark it at the 47, and Arkadelphia will have first down again. They've repeated downs many times, and they're going to need 16 yards. First down and 16 for Arkadelphia. They did have time to get together and talk about it, try to make sure that whatever this mistake is, they've repeated for 4 procedure calls and a block in the back, can be remedied. Both teams playing very hard, no doubt about that. We are in the semifinals. Badgers will send Purifoy in motion again. Back to pass. McCoy throws it short. A run after the catch will result in a loss of yardage back to the 43-yard line. So they tried to set up the quick pass to the left side, but blocking wasn't there, and the Southerners got there for the loss.
The Southerners are a very smart team. They're going to be looking for the football, and they're going to be getting there as quick as possible and as many hats to the football as well.
All right, after the loss to the 43-yard line, it's second down and 20. Second down and 20 for Arkadelphia. Southerners have 2 deep safeties, but they look like they want to come after the quarterback. This time they're going to stay and wait for the play to develop. Here's Wagner. He's at the 50s to the 45, breaks the tackle to the 40-yard line. He'll make it inside the 40 all the way to the 37-yard line, and that's very close to a first down.
just 1 yard to go. Wagner was almost there. The ref is asking the Arkadelphia sideline to back up, but very exciting play right there by Wagner and the Badgers. 3rd down.
Got 19 yards. They needed 20. 3rd down and 1 for Arkadelphia. Reed is the running back in the game. He's to the left of his quarterback. McCoy will hand it to him. He escapes one tackler, another tackler. He's got a 1st down. That's a good run. You know, that in the stats, that's not a long run. That's a tough run because he could have been hit in the backfield, made a nice move, and then he got the 1st down.
That is a Welch Funeral Home 1st down for Kyle Reed.
Ball at the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10. McCoy wants to throw deep. He goes to the right sideline. He's got Wagner. That is a touchdown. The defender fell down, and Wagner ran under the ball and got the touchdown. The Badgers are up by 2 scores here in the 1st quarter.
Athleticism at its finest. Braden Wagner, one of the best Badgers. There you go. Touchdown. Braden Wagner and the Arkadelphia Badgers.
What an outstanding play as Arkadelphia has scored again. Wasn't easy. Had to overcome penalties, but they did so. McCoy with 2 long touchdown passes. Here's the extra point. Seth Molinari's kick is up, and it is perfect. It's Arkadelphia 14, Southside 0, 1:39 left. We're in the 1st quarter. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
35-yard touchdown pass, McCoy to Wagner on the possession after a 40-yard touchdown pass, McCoy to Purifoy. He's got a lot of different people he can throw to in the deep patterns. He's hit 2 of them for touchdowns so far in the ballgame.
That's right. McCoy has been very, very dominant all game. He's been dominant all season long leading this offense. He is a fun player to watch, and he's got some fun weapons to use. Let's see how the offense does for the rest of this night.
So Arkadelphia lines up for the kick. Southside looking for a kick return again. A line drive shot in the middle of the field is returnable from the 6-yard line up to the 10, 15-yard line. Nice cut. He'll make it to the 25, 27, maybe the 28-yard line. On the return for Southside was Lewis Calhoun.
This kickoff unit for the Badgers is just so special. A lot of very, very fast guys. I think they call them the headhunters. I might be wrong. The headhunters unit, and that is really what they do. They hunt some heads. So they go down there really, really fast, and they're looking really just to be violent.
So Southside down by 2 touchdowns now, still in the 1st quarter. They'll try to get their offense moving. Here is Allen. He wants to run to his left. He'll be brought down for a loss. Ball was spotted at the 29-yard line. It was 1st down from there. It's going to be 2nd down from farther back. They're going to spot this as a loss back to the 24.
And that is LaJavis Moody right there on the tackle for loss. Big-time loss for the Southerners. Big gain for the defense of the Badgers.
A lot of penetration coming from that defensive line, and that has been the case all year long for Arkadelphia. 2nd and 15 for Southside. They are lining up, looking to the sideline. I think they are running out of time. We're down to 1, and they, I believe, called timeout. I believe they did call timeout before the penalty. Almost a delay of game, but Southside had to call timeout. A little bit of confusion about what to do on 2nd and 15. We'll keep it right here, Cooper, to talk about the fact that Arkadelphia has not been flawless tonight. 4 procedure penalties, and yet the deep pass has worked twice for 2 big touchdowns.
That's the thing about Arkadelphia. You can still have some mistakes and still be such a dominant football team. Just think about it without those mistakes. Just think about what more we could do. So I know that the offensive coordinator, the defense coordinator, Coach Kaiser, Coach Shucker, especially at halftime. I know we're not there yet, but there will be a lot of adjustments made. Eliminate the mistakes. You're going to create more explosives, more turnovers on defense, and that's how you're going to win this game and potentially a championship.
First quarter has gone well for Arkadelphia, and it's not quite over. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter, but Southside is, as always, an undefeated, dangerous football team. Their offense will line up with McLaughlin out there at running back. Allen is the sophomore quarterback. And it looks like they're struggling to line up. Now they're going to get everybody squared away. 3 receivers in the formation for Allen at quarterback. They're going to hand off a double reverse pass, throwing a ball downfield, looking for the big tight end. He will find him. That's an excellent catch. Excellent catch by the big tight end. He just stood there like he was getting a rebound and was able to pull down that pass. Landon McSpadden on the catch. 6'4", 265.
I mean, whenever you throw it up to a big tight end who is 6'4", I mean, most likely he will catch it. Good job by the Southerners.
The Badgers actually were there. They defended it well. They just could not knock the ball out of his hands. Here's a run to the right side. Good run by McLaughlin. He was hemmed up, and then he got loose on the right side and made a nice run. This is going to be a spot for a first down, I believe. Let's see where they put the ball down. And they're moving the chains. It is a first down at the 39-yard line of Arkadelphia. Pickup of 10 for McLaughlin, and now the Southerners have some momentum.
Really nice run, but also a really patient run. He was waiting for his offensive line to pull and make a lot of room right there.
First down and 10 at the Arkadelphia 39-yard line. Allen at quarterback will hand off. To the right side it goes. Not much room this time. A short gain of 1, maybe 2 yards on the carry. Running the ball was Braden Simpson. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So Arkadelphia has a nice first quarter, but Southside is on the move, and we'll see if they can make this game tighter when we come back. It's Arkadelphia 14, Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
At Ludwig's Bakery, it's a family affair. It always has been, dating back to 1920 in the original Ludwig's Bakery in South Dakota. Well, we're here in Arkadelphia now in our new location downtown right off of Caddo Street. Come visit us and enjoy our authentic, freshly baked German fare. For us, it's nostalgic and a source of pride, and we want to share it with you.
Kommen Sie uns morgen früh besuchen.
That's come visit us tomorrow morning, and we can get your weekend off to a great start. Ludwig's Bakery.
Can't tell you how much I love that spot. I mean, Arkadelphia High School is an educational institution. Why wouldn't you have a spot, a sponsor, and a little bit of German spoken during the bakery commercial? Here we go. Handoff. Back to pass. Good fake, but Allen in trouble, will be brought down at the 40-yard line for a loss. It looked promising for a moment, but it didn't turn out that way.
So a tackle for loss, and now a sack for LaJavis Moody. Great job by the defensive line. Such a dominant defensive line we've seen all year. Xavier Williams, Skylar McClure, LaJavis Moody, and Nykeeson Wimberly. And I'm going to say it. I've only said it 3 times this year that this whole defensive line unit are dogs. They are dogs.
They're Badger dogs. That's what we'll call them.
That's right. They're Badger dogs.
McLaughlin is the running back. Will he get the call? He's going to block, and McLaughlin is going to block on the edge, and there's a good run by Allen. Nice run down the sideline. First down yardage inside the 20. The sophomore quarterback makes a big play for Southside. Gee whiz, but there is a flag down, and it's in the spot where it might be a blocking penalty, perhaps a hold back where Allen cut loose. Gee whiz, he's got some speed down that far sideline, but I'm afraid it was after the flag came out. Well, Arkadelphia was putting pressure on him, and one of the blockers reached out and grabbed somebody and got caught doing it. So both teams have made mistakes. Blocking the back is what we're saying now. both teams have made some mistakes, Cooper, and that's a big mistake and costing them a lot of yardage.
That's right. You don't really expect to see a ton of mistakes made, especially in the semifinal game. But I guess it's kind of good for both teams if both teams are doing it. But you usually don't see this. I'm hoping to see some more clean football from both of these teams the rest of the night.
3rd down, 21 yards to go. Allen at quarterback. Well, he has speed. We just learned that. He's got McLaughlin to his left. Outstanding running back. But they need 21 yards here on 3rd down. Or at least a good portion of it to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback draw up the middle. There's some room there. He'll break a tackle. He will be finally brought down by the Badgers, but he got about 12 or 13 yards. So 4th down, I don't think there's any doubt about it now. They're going to go for it. Going to spot it at the Arkadelphia 35-yard line, and they're going to need to make it to the 29 for a 1st down. So 4th down and 6. 4th down and 6. Big play for both teams here. The Arkadelphia defense, the Southside offense. 2nd quarter of action. Arkadelphia leads it by 2 touchdowns. Southside threatening. But on 4th down, it looks like a pass under a lot of pressure. The quarterback throws it incomplete. Incomplete pass.
And that is Xavier Williams right there on the sack. Huge 4th down stop for the defense. A big sack. And now the offense will be taking the field once again. Coach JT from Ouachita is out there. He is hyped. Wow, a lot of fun for this defense squad right here.
Tell you what, Cooper, it looked like they were setting up a screen that might have worked, but the defense just got there too fast. He couldn't throw a good pass.
That's the thing about Xavier Williams. He is one of the fastest dudes, and he plays defensive line.
He made an impact that time. 1st down and 10, Arkadelphia, after Southside turned it over on downs. Ball again at the 35-yard line. Arkadelphia has 65 and 64-yard touchdown drives already. They'll try to have another one from 65. Badgers line up, try to avoid these nagging little 5-yard penalties, and get it moving again here in the 2nd quarter. The 2nd quarter was a problem last week against Dardanelle. They want to blitz the quarterback. He will throw a short pass, and there's some room to run. Up to the 45, to the 40, to the 39-yard line. That's some good defensive work by the safeties, but still a good play, and Arkadelphia has positive yardage.
And that was great protection right there, especially by the left tackle for the Badgers. Great protection. Good screen right there for the Badgers.
Wagner with the gain. Now a running play. Hit immediately. There's still forward progress up near the 45-yard line. I think they'll have 3rd down, though. He didn't quite make a 1st, so 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and 1. A lot of weapons to be used, receivers, running backs, even McCoy himself.
All right, the Badgers will run. Here's McCoy. He is hit at the line, but he's going to sprint through that defensive lineman. Linebackers and safeties converge, but easily a 1st down. Good run by the determined senior Kyle Reed. 1st down and 10 at the Southside 47-yard line.
That is a Welch Funeral Home 1st down.
It's a 9-yard gain on 3rd down and 1, running right at the defense. Now quickly a pass play. McCoy's in trouble. He will fumble the ball, but Arkadelphia will fall on it. Back at the Arkadelphia 43-yard line. McCoy is a little bit slow in getting up, and now he's going to pop back up. I think he's okay. Really fine defensive work that time, as getting in there was the linebacker, and he has played well all year, his senior year. That's Andrew Plummer. So, 2nd down and very long for the Badgers. Quickly they'll line up again. McCoy's okay, still at quarterback. He'll roll to his right. He looks downfield, wants a short pass, and he'll throw it into the ground as there is nobody open, and nobody running deep that time. Some short patterns, but they were well covered by the Southerners.
Well covered, but also that defensive end for the Southerners read it well, retraced his steps. He wasn't really touched by the offensive line, and usually you know that's a screen, so he got back and covered it well on the running back screen.
All right, the Badgers need 20. It's 3rd down and 20. Arkadelphia at its own 43-yard line. McCoy at quarterback, wants to pass. 4-man rush, pass across the middle. It's caught. Not a 1st down, but a good throw. Fine catch. Immediate tackle. They'll spot that at the 41-yard line. That's a nice gain, but they're still going to need on 4th down another 4 yards. 4th and 4.
That was Orion Roberts right there on the reception. Good reception. Now it is 4th down. Big play right here.
Another big 4th down play, this time for Arkadelphia's offense. And running through the line of scrimmage was Southside. 5 yards will give Arkadelphia the first down. Oh, linebacker just got too anxious. His job was to go after the quarterback, and he did it before they snapped the ball.
And that is a Welch-Funeral first down for the Badgers.
Oh, you've got to feel helpless when you suddenly realize you are across the line of scrimmage and they have not snapped the ball.
It is a bad feeling. I've done it a couple
You've
times.
done that before, have you?
Coach Salisbury would not be happy.
1st and 10, 36-yard line for Arkadelphia. Back to pass, under pressure, another screen pass. This has got yardage to the 30. He's going to be hit and driven down at the 26-yard line. That might be a half yard from a first down. 7:22 left. We're in the second quarter. Arkadelphia is already up 14-0, trying to extend that lead. It's 2nd down and 1 after the screen pass to Reed got 9 yards. Spot the ball at the 26-yard line, but a few inches short of the first down. 2nd down and less than a yard. They're going to scoot it back to the 27. 2nd and less than a yard. Arkadelphia looks to the sideline. 3 receivers. Wagner, Purifoy are the 2 nearest the sideline on the left side, and a flag goes down. Goodness gracious. Delay of game, didn't quite get the play underway. That's unusual for Arkadelphia. The Badgers like to play fast. They did not play fast enough that time. 2nd down and slightly more than 5 now. We'll call it 6, and they'll spot the ball back at the 33-yard line. Well, now they're going to spot it at the 31.5. I'm all for the official is. We'll see. Any way you look at it, they're going to need about 5 yards. It's only 2nd down, though, after the penalty. Back to pass. McCoy. He'll fire it. That's a dropped pass. Oh, I called it complete because Wagner never drops a pass, but he did right there at the 15-yard line. He was looking for the touchdown before he had the ball.
That's right. It's definitely a first for everything. It doesn't happen a lot with Wagner. That's all right. 3rd down, still a big play. Still got 2 more downs to get a first down. So see what the offense does right here.
All right, Arkadelphia lines up. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. 5.5 maybe. Back to pass. They want to throw to the left flat. Now McCoy's going to run. He's got some yardage to the 25. That's a first down. And let's see where he was out. Yeah, out at the 20. First down. And the officials really would like to see, Arkadelphia's fans would like to see a penalty, as there was a lot of discussion after the play. But I think everybody's calm, and I don't see a flag.
I don't see a flag
Officials are going to
either.
talk to people, trying to calm them down a little bit. Finley down there doing some good blocking. A couple of defenders didn't like it, but, I mean, it's a physical game. Ball at the 19-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go.
I mean, some people like to play football, but not football, if you know what I mean.
Here's a fake reverse. McCoy under pressure, fires the ball deep, and that is a touchdown, Arkadelphia. Little delayed call, but that's a touchdown. Arkadelphia got the play, and McCoy barely got the pass away. He was hit very hard. After the action, I saw 2, maybe 3 flags go down, well after the touchdown call, though.
It was well after the play. I don't know what's happening. I think there are some tensions high right now, but let's talk about the touchdown. Orion Roberts, touchdown. Great job by Orion getting open. Great catch right there on the right side, making a huge play. Great job. I think we said it last week, but you want to play with emotion without being emotional. And I'm seeing a lot of emotional players here tonight.
All right, the officials are still talking about it. And we think it's going to be on Southside. If that's the case, Arkadelphia could decide to go for 2. Let's see. 3 different flags came down, I think all for the same action. They all came down in close vicinity of each other. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Southside. Tempers were flaring on the previous play. They call that both ways? No. on the kickoff. That was that last signal. I misinterpreted that. Very good. Hey, thank you for the help. The last signal just simply meant they're going to mark it on the kickoff. Here's the extra point attempt by Seth Molinari. Seth's kick is up, and it is perfect as usual. Arkadelphia 21, Southside 0, 6:09 left. We are in the second quarter, and we've got a lot more exciting football to come here in Arkadelphia. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Thank you, Chad Kesterson, Shelter Insurance, and all of our sponsors for supporting Arkadelphia, Arkadelphia High School, and this team, the Arkadelphia Badgers. Now, with the mark-off on the kickoff, the ball spotted Cooper at the 45-yard line of Southside. So if you're the Southerners, you got to be careful here. There could be an onside kick coming with the ball being spotted where it is.
That's right. I mean, even if the Southerners do receive the onside kick, if it does happen, you're still at the 35-yard line, which that has happened a couple times on a normal kickoff. So looks like they are getting ready for an onside kick.
Here's Seth Molinari. Looks like that's what he wants to do, and in fact it is. He will slam the ball down to the 35 where it is caught in midair. Good job of recovering by Southside. Coming down with the ball for the Southerners was Brady Wood. So the Southerners have decent field position starting at their own 35-yard line. We just saw Arkadelphia on another 65-yard drive. They've had 2 drives of 65 yards and 1 drive of 64 yards for their 3 touchdowns.
And that just tells you how dominant this offense is. No matter what defensive front you give them, a 3-down, a 4-down in the box, they're going to find a way to score.
Here's Southside. They want to run the ball. McLaughlin in traffic just makes yardage anyway. Picked up 4 yards to the 39-yard line.
Looks like the Southerners are going fast.
Yeah, they're going to set up quickly. Back to pass. Allen wants to throw it deep. He will fire it back deep, and it is incomplete. And they're going to throw a flag because the Arkadelphia defender did not turn around and look for the ball. But the ball did not land anywhere near the receiver and the defender. That's a close one, I'll have to say, because if he had turned around, he probably would have had an interception. But the ball didn't really land close. It wobbled a bit. But that's a big play. If they go ahead with this call, there's discussion, but if they go ahead with this call, it's going to be a nice first down. They're going to cross the 50-yard line. Second down and 6, and they went for the big play, and they get it with the – well, they're still talking. Let's see what's going to happen. Now they're going to mark it off. There it is. From the 39, they're going to mark off 15. And the Arkadelphia crowd in front of us is an unhappy group right now. Ball spotted at the Arkadelphia 46-yard line. First down and 10 for the Southerners. Not their first time in Arkadelphia territory, Cooper, but they have been unable to score so far tonight.
That's right. The Badger defense really has been really dominant. No matter what cards have been dealt to them, they find a way to still get big stops against the Southerners.
And we have a stoppage in the play, so we're going to take a break. 5 minutes, 48 seconds left before halftime. Arkadelphia 21 and Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The Law Offices of Gina White is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers. Need help in divorce and custody litigation, insurance defense, contract disputes, product liability, or other general litigation needs? Contact the Law Offices of Gina White at 870-246-6796 to see how they can help you. Located at 406 Clay Street in Arkadelphia. The Law Offices of Gina White says, Go Badgers.
Second quarter action, 5:48 left. Arkadelphia 21, Southside 0 here in the semifinals, taking place at Badger Stadium in Arkadelphia. But Southside has a first down at the Arkadelphia 46-yard line after the pass interference call on a deep pass. Allen at quarterback is standing without a running back next to him right now. After that break in the action, they're going to come out with a different formation. Now they're going to send a man in motion and pitch it to him to the left side. A short gain. That counts as a pass play, a completion for Allen, but not much of a gain. Really good work by the defense to stop Lewis Calhoun's run.
And that stop was started by number 2, Quintavian Morris, Q Morris. Great job on the stop right there. Not allowing penetration into his side of the football. Great play by the defense.
Second down, 9 yards to go for the Southerners. Allen at quarterback. We'll have Calhoun split to the top of your screen, another receiver to the bottom of your screen. And he wants to run. This is quarterback keeper. He's got some room right up the middle. He's got a first down. Good elusive run by the quarterback, Allen, inside the 30. Finally, the Badgers going to bring him down at the 27-yard line. The quarterback keeper, that quarterback draw, has worked a couple of times tonight.
Has worked a couple of times for them. I mean, it is just you expect a really good pass rush, and then you watch the quarterback run right past you. So you never want to go past the quarterback's depth, or else you will get beat. So there will be some adjustment being made.
Certainly meaningful for Southside if they can get points here. They've had the ball in Arkadelphia territory a couple of times, but now they're trailing by 3 touchdowns, and we are past midway in the second quarter. They're looking for a score. To the right side it goes, looking for room is McLaughlin, but he'll only pick up to the 25-yard line. Second down, 8 yards to go. Southerners look to the sideline. They're not running the hurry up right now. Arkadelphia setting up defensively. Top of the screen for Southside is Cameron Forey, wide receiver. They're going to send in motion Calhoun. Now they'll run to the left side, and the quarterback is looking for space and just not finding any. Now they're going to push and push, but the whistle blows, and he's right about set at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he was trying to just be super patient on that play. Just no success right there for the Southerners.
There is a flag down on the far side of the field near the 30-yard line. So let's see what that might be. It was behind the line of scrimmage. That looks like an illegal shift call. That is, yeah, he repeats it now, and it is declined by Arkadelphia. So third down is coming. Actually lost a little bit of yardage on the play. So Arkadelphia will accept the 3rd and long instead of letting them have second down over again. Ball spotted at the 28. That was a loss of 3. Third down and 11 yards to go. Big play. They need 11 yards. Really have the 2 downs to get it. Allen under pressure, wants to throw it. He is surrounded. He is going to fight for yardage, but 5 Badgers, maybe 6, in on the tackle. Lost back to the 36-yard line.
3rd and 4th down have been the Badgers' friends tonight. Wow. Huge stop right there, making the Southerners punt once again. Huge play right there. The defensive line, the linebackers, everyone was included into that big play. Great job defense from the Badgers.
You have to admire the way Allen fought to get loose, but the longer he fought, the more Badgers were there for the tackle. And they are going to line up for a punt. Let's see if they actually punt. They do need a lot of yardage for a first down. They're going to try to kick Arkadelphia deep, but here's a return from the 9-yard line to the 15-yard line. Good return past the 20-yard line, and Arkadelphia has decent field position after all. Flag down. Let's see what this one is going to be. Goodness gracious, we've had a lot of flags, all kinds of different penalties. At first it was just procedure. Now some more significant penalties have happened. Both teams fighting very hard, trying very hard, but not free of mistakes tonight. Arkadelphia, though, has been able to put 3 touchdowns on the board. Personal foul against Arkadelphia. Block in the back on the kick return. block in the back on the kick return. Arkadelphia will have the ball, but they lost that kick return to the block in the back. So they'll put the ball at the 9-yard line. That's where the kick return started. Back at the 9-yard line. Worst field position of the night for Arkadelphia. No running back in the formation. They want to throw the ball. They'll throw it into the flat. There's a catch. Yardage after the catch. Not much. Short gain, if any. Well defended by Southside. Going to spot it between the 9 and 10-yard line. Second down and 19 if I'm generous. I'm sorry, second down and 9. What am I saying? We're going to say he gained a yard. He got about a half a yard. Arkadelphia lines up. Again, no running back in the formation. They look like they want to come after the quarterback in this situation, but he's ready to pass. He's going to roll out. Looking downfield, he will throw the ball away. Had to do that. That is a wise play for the sophomore quarterback. Just get rid of it. So far, this strategy of punting has worked. Arkadelphia has third down and between 9 and 10 from its own 10-yard line. But the Badgers have one more shot at picking up a first down before they'll have to punt from deep on their own end. We're down to 1:49 left in the quarter. A first down would allow Arkadelphia the opportunity to run out the clock at least, if not score again. Moody is in as a blocking back at running back, and they're going to pass. Moody is out for a pass. There's a deep throw, though, and it is incomplete. Roberts was running deep. He and the defender collided. The ball is going to be ruled uncatchable. Arkadelphia fans have had a few things to boo about here in the first half. The unfortunate thing for the Badgers now is they're going to have to line up punt out of their own end zone. Badgers don't have to punt very often. This time they're going to have to punt from deep, and that's usually McCoy. He'll line up at quarterback and then back up a bit and punt the ball. Southside is going to send somebody deep to return the kick, and the kick is a line drive shot allowed to bounce, and it takes a great roll for Arkadelphia. This is going to be highly effective. Highly effective as it will roll all the way down to the 46-yard line. Goodness gracious, bit of a flop there. But the officials were not fooled by that, and it's first down and 10. All right, so really good kick. Line drive wasn't a pretty kick, Cooper,
It was not pretty, but it was very efficient and effective.
From the 47-yard line, Southside has a first down and 10, its own 47. Southside really desperate to get on the board here. They don't want to be shut out through the first half, and there's only 1:31 left, and they would rather run the ball. So let's see what they will do. They're going to hand it to their big, fast running back who will gain only a couple of yards. Well defended by Arkadelphia. Short gain for McLaughlin.
Xavier Morris right there on the tackle. Really long arm, super athletic. He can move side to side, and just great play by X.
Second down, 9 yards to go, about the 48-yard line. Allen wants to throw. He's under pressure. He is escaping that pressure, running to his left, looking for space. He'll get up to the 50-yard line as he eventually decided to run the ball. And now a flag goes down at the end of the play. Wow, after the play, I should say, a flag went down. Let's see what this call is going to be.
On that last play, Xavier Williams, not Morris. I'm getting too excited. I'm saying and combining two of the same names.
Well, this is going to be a foul against Arkadelphia. Yeah. There was some pushing on the far side. Nobody fell down, nobody injured, but the officials just trying to get control right now because the teams have been a bit emotional. As you always say,
That's right.
You play.
You want to play with emotion,
Perfect.
but not be emotional.
That's it. Play with
Learned that
emotion,
back in
but
high
not
school.
be emotional. That's a good way to say it. Ball at the Arkadelphia 35, first down. There's a reverse play. Looking for space is Calhoun. There's a good run from Calhoun. He's knocked down with a nice gain. Not a first down, but he got about 8 on first down. Timeout has been called, and that will stop the clock with 42 seconds left. Southside is looking to do everything they can do to try to score here. Ball down to the Arkadelphia 29-yard line. And with the timeout on the field, we're going to take a timeout. Luckily, nobody's pushing and shoving here in the press box so far. 42 seconds left. Arkadelphia 21 and Southside 0 here in the second quarter. This is Arkadelphia Badger football.
With over 25 years of experience in the financial services industry, Bell Wealth Services believes in a face-to-face business model. Blake is a third-generation AHS grad and a lifelong Badger supporter. Value can mean different things for different situations. Bell Wealth Services aims to add value in any financial situation. Contact Bell Wealth Services at 870-464-1167 or at 408 Court Street. Raymond James Financial Services, Incorporated, FINRA SIPC.
Second down, 4 yards to go for Southside at the Arkadelphia 29-yard line. 45 seconds left before halftime. Southside looking for its first score. Allen wants to throw deep. He fires it deep. That ball is incomplete. Well defended at the goal line. It hung up just enough for the Badgers to get there and knock it down as the receiver was reaching for it. Really fine play.
Really fine play. Defensive backs right there. That's just what's so special about this defense. The defensive line, the linebackers, but also the defensive backs. Great play right there.
Good call after the timeout. They almost got the touchdown, but the Arkadelphia defense came through and knocked it down. Now Allen at quarterback. We'll have McLaughlin to his right. It's third down. They need 4 yards. He'll roll to his right under a lot of pressure. He's going to be grabbed and slung down at the 40-yard line.
And there you go, Xavier Williams. That is a sack once again for X. Fourth down, huge stop. Way to stop them in the first half because they will once again have the ball in the second half. Very, very big play. Great job, Badgers.
It's fourth down and 15 yards to go, and surely they will go for it with only 16 seconds left. And actually, the clock is running. I suspect that Southside will let it run for a little while and then try a toss to the end zone. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Do they want to stop the clock? They do not. We have reached halftime.
There you go.
It is halftime, and Arkadelphia leads it. No, wait a minute. Now the officials are saying it's not halftime. Apparently there was a timeout. Okay. Well, the clock went to 0, and everybody got excited. But apparently there was a timeout on the far side. And I would expect it. You know, they're going to throw a deep one here and see if they can get a touchdown before halftime.
I mean, you might as well. Not a lot of time on the clock, obviously. 1 second left. They have time for one play, and even if Arkadelphia gets the ball right here, there's no time to really do anything. They will receive the ball after half as well, so this will be very, very big for Arkadelphia to stop.
Looks to me like Allen's going to be an outstanding quarterback. His junior year is yet to come. His senior year is yet to come. He has worked hard tonight, but when he is set up to pass, he's had no time to throw the ball.
That's right. The defensive line just gets back there so quick. They're not used to really throwing the ball, so I don't really blame their offensive linemen. Not just a whole bunch of time that they've worked on that. So good
Really,
running team.
yeah,
Big fourth down right here.
Really good defensive line for Arkadelphia, and they have shown it tonight, as they have all year long. 4th and 15, last play of the first half. He wants to throw it. He's under pressure. He tries to escape. Now I think he can launch one if he wants to. He'll run instead. He'll make some yardage up to the 30 and be knocked down at the 30-yard line on a big, big hit by the defensive back. Is that
Quintavious Morris?
Quintavious, yeah. Morris makes the big hit, knocks
There
him
you
down.
go.
Southside finds itself down by 3 touchdowns at halftime. An outstanding half of football by Arkadelphia, overcoming some of its own mistakes, Cooper, but actually playing a great first half defensively and scoring 3 touchdowns on offense.
That's right. Just a fun half of football. A lot of emotion, a lot of tension is here in Badger Stadium tonight, and even on All Care Field. it is a very exciting one tonight.
Active crowd in front of us all night long. You got to love it here. The Badger fans on the home side and a very large crowd coming from the Batesville area for Southside High School. So at halftime, it is Arkadelphia 21 and Southside 0. Stay tuned. At halftime, we're going to have a conversation you're going to want to hear. Chris Babb is going to host our halftime show. He'll be back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Hey, this is Pastor Rick Mays at Trinity Temple Assembly of God, extending an invitation to you and your family to join us for a weekend experience. Come join us in worship. Come join us for some great teaching and preaching. We have kids' church, we have nursery, everything's available for all ages of the family. So this weekend, come join us, or any weekend, come join us on Sundays. You can see us at ttag.church. Join us online if you can't come in person. So God bless and go Badgers.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of their Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
At the Sexton Law Firm, we have experience handling insurance dispute cases and we're well equipped to handle the tactics used by insurance companies to avoid honoring valid claims. The Sexton Law Firm is dedicated to helping individuals fight for the relief they deserve. We work hard to ensure your rights are protected and your case is handled with the respect and care you deserve. The next time you need help battling an insurance company, contact an attorney with the Sexton Firm. Drop by and see us at 107 North 26th Street or give us a call at 870-345-4123.
Caring for our neighbors is a part of growing up in Arkansas. You know my dad, Taylor King. I'm Austin King, and I chose to follow my dad's career by becoming an advocate for the injured. Our firm is knowledgeable in personal injury law, so we can care for the people in our state who are injured as a result of negligence. As a father myself, I'm teaching my kids to care about others. Isn't that right, Taylor Woods? Yeah. Choose a lawyer that cares about you. At Taylor King Law, it's our legacy to be on your side, by your side.
All right, welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. It is Arkadelphia 21, Southside 0. Sorry about a little technical issues there. We're trying to straighten up the camera and don't want everybody to have to watch all that. Get you dizzy at the house. Chris Babb here. Jeff Root will be on with Jim Rothwell for a few minutes for some first half statistics. We have a special guest in the booth with us. He's got a back-to-back, he's got a cap on that says back-to-back 2017-2018 football state champions. He's got an Air Force pullover on. And so if we were giving out prizes to text in and see who our guest was, we might do that. But we are glad to welcome Cannon Turner into the booth. Cannon, it's great to see you. In your first year as a graduate assistant at the Air Force Academy on the football team. So what was that transition like from player to coach?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it was awesome seeing the different side of things, you know, the ins and outs of coaching and just how much work goes in. A lot of people don't know just every single day how much work and film and everything that is watched and how much time is spent, you know, while everybody else is at class or, you know, just doing anything else. The coaches, how much work they put in, it's remarkable, and it's a lot of fun to see.
Even though you're in Colorado Springs talking to your dad and then talking to you, you still have a chance to check out the Badgers on Friday night, right? Watching the broadcast.
Yes, sir. I've been able to watch the live stream. I've watched almost every game this season and pretty much every season since I graduated. It's been awesome. It's great to be able to watch it from anywhere I'm at.
So glad you're able to be here tonight. I know obviously you don't get to come to very many of these games. I'm glad we're playing in December. Air Force season ended last week. When you come back, and you just kind of walk into the stadium and you see, the crowd, and what kind of memories come back? 2017-18 were a fun couple of years. What kind of memories come back when you walk in that stadium and you're here on a Friday night, although it's in a different capacity? What comes back to your mind?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's incredible to see the whole town come out. Even on cold nights like this, just any night of the season, you can expect a lot of Badger fans, right? And that was just so cool to play for a town and a community like this. It was just really cool. And so just remembering that when I come out here and just seeing the kids out there having a great time, it's just so fun to watch.
Well, of course, a lot of these kids in 2017, I'm trying to think what grade they might have been in. This is the first time when you probably feel old.
Yes.
When you come back and see some of these guys that are on the field right now. But you played quarterback for the two state championship teams. You've watched the program over the years. Obviously, you played under Coach Eldridge. Coach Shucker in his 5th year has really done a tremendous job of keeping this program where it is and trying to get back to War Memorial, which hopefully will happen with a good second half. When you look back, what did it mean for you as a student to have such a supportive community and such a good football program that you could learn lessons through?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I mean, just knowing you're going to have this many people back you up, it just makes it so much easier to play. I mean, our first state championship in 2017 when we went to War Memorial and there was 10,000 people in the stands.
Yeah.
Arkadelphia is a town of 10,000 people.
Right.
That was incredible. So it makes it a little bit easier knowing how many people are behind you.
Yep.
For sure.
Visiting with Cannon Turner, Arkadelphia High School graduate, Air Force Academy graduate, and now graduate assistant on the Air Force Academy football team. Tell us about some of your future plans. How long will you continue to be a GA for Air Force, and then maybe what you have planned after that?
Yes, sir. So I'm guaranteed until late June, early July with the Air Force football team. I'm working right now, going through a little bit of paperwork to see if I can stay for another year. There's a lot of people that got to sign off on that, so we'll see if that happens, but that'd be really cool. If not, I'll just go to some base somewhere across the country and do acquisitions, which is the business side of the Air Force, and I'll do that for the next 4 years for a total of 5 after graduation, and that's about as far as I've looked. So,
yeah. If you had to tell these players, obviously we have the alumni come back at Thanksgiving. I know you were able to come to 1 or 2 of those, I think, but obviously not everybody can come back. But if you had to tell these guys looking back, what are some of the things that you look back and say, man, I remember this, I wish I'd done this, or what advice would you give for those students, those players who are going through this right now? Because here in a couple of years, they'll be in your shoes. They'll be coming back and watching the younger groups play.
Yeah, one thing that I remember so vividly so much is stuff like the weight room and the bus rides. Everyone else remembers the games, but you remember all the other stuff of, the funniest moments are always in the weight room or on a bus or, pregame or at practice or something like that. You always remember stuff like that because that's when it's just the guys. It's, obviously it's so cool to come out here for the community and everything, but I remember like a couple of very specific moments in the weight room just looking around and being like, man, this is so cool. Like, I'm going to miss this. And so to just tell the guys, like, hey, don't look past that. Like when you're in the moment, don't take it for granted. That kind of stuff.
Let's talk about this game. First half, it's halftime, 21-0 Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia almost, thankfully, they're 10 toes on the team because they just kept almost shooting their feet, shooting their feet off. But they were able to respond with a big play. What did you see in the first half that you noticed that really kind of helped Arkadelphia overcome those self-inflicted wounds?
Yes, sir. Well, you said it. Shooting ourselves in the foot for sure. But the big plays have been fantastic. McCoy looks great out there. His arm looks fantastic. And he's hitting his guys, and we're getting past some people. And if we can keep doing that, we've always got a chance. And we're running the ball really well. The first down, second down runs that we've been able to hit, that's been really, really huge. Keeping them honest for the big play.
Well, Cannon, the Air Force, I'll tell Jeff this, Air Force was playing San Diego State last week, and I was able to catch it, was that a Thursday night, Saturday night? I think it was Saturday night. Sure. And I text Kerry Garnett, who is also a state championship Badger quarterback, who's the sponsor of our postgame show, lives in San Diego, and I said, do you happen to be at the San Diego State game? He said, no, I'm not. Why? I said, well, Air Force is there. Cannon is a GA, and I just thought that would be the only time in the history of the world that 2 Badger State Championship quarterbacks would be in the same stadium in San Diego. So unfortunately, I could go nowhere with that because Carrie wasn't there. But Cannon, congratulations on your graduation from the Air Force Academy.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back, and good luck to you. Thanks for watching each Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Keeping up with the Badgers.
Sir, thank you so much for having me. Go Badgers.
All right, that is Cannon Turner, the quarterback of the 2017 and 18 state championship teams, now a graduate assistant at Air Force Academy football program. After the break, Jeff Root will be on with Jim Roth. We'll take a look at some first-half statistics. I don't know if there's an Excel sheet that can count that many penalties, but if there is one, Jim probably has it. After the break, we'll take a look at the numbers from the first half. It is the Southern Bancorp halftime show, Arkadelphia 21, Southside 0. Back for more of the Southern Bancorp halftime show after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger TV on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Scott Bird DDS is a true general dentistry practice with a comfortable, laid-back atmosphere. Led by Dr. Scott Bird, they've been serving the people of Arkadelphia for over 20 years. It's a simple philosophy. Treat every patient the way they would want to be treated, with clear communication and honesty. Their comprehensive care ensures that all your dental needs are met under one roof, providing convenience and quality you can count on. Scott Bird DDS General Dentistry at 7th and Caddo, 870-246-6745.
Imagine a place where children can feel safe, a place where kids are empowered and accepted. In this place, you are special, you are unique, you are loved. Imagine a place where you can have fun every single day. We are that place.
Locally owned and operated since 2008, Sheffield Music has a wide variety of products for those interested in guitar, bass, drums, sound systems, DJ gear, lighting, and vintage vinyl. Contact us for live sound and lighting services, or give us a call for one-on-one lessons, or stop by to see our band instruments and supplies. We also have a great selection of gift items by Dr. Squatch, Soberdough, Good Southerner, and many others. Sheffield Music in downtown Arkadelphia is the one place to go for all of your musical needs. Call 870-230-1733 or visit SheffieldMusic.com.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, snug in the very warm Max Sisson press box here at Badger Stadium. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Jim Rothwell. Love that interview that Chris Babb just had with Cannon Turner, two-time state champion at quarterback for Arkadelphia. He was also a state champion in the Quiz Bowl. Not everybody knows that. The guy's a state champion in both the Quiz Bowl and in football. A number of football players on that Quiz Bowl team, including the quarterback and most valuable player of the championship game. So we'll move on now to Jim Rothwell, who's the most valuable statistician that we know of. Jim, thank you so much for all the work that you do, and you got to call the stats here on a very interesting first half.
It was a little, I guess the word I would use would be disruptive. There didn't seem to be a lot of flow at times because of the penalties and some inconsistencies. But again, the Badger defense is really on top of things. This is a team that loves to run the ball. They carried 24 times for 60 yards, 2.5 yards a carry. McLaughlin, their big running back, 9 carries for 29 yards. They've done a great job on him. Allen had 10 carries. A lot of it was on scrambles for 22 yards. That's net because of several losses. He did have a couple of long runs for a first down. But toward the end, the Arkadelphia pressure was getting to him. Receiving, they had the one catch by the big tight end for 26 yards on the fourth down play. They've only attempted 3 passes altogether. One of those was a fourth down play, and their Other than that one, they're 0 for 2, and they do have just about 26 yards. So defensively, Arkadelphia has done what they needed to. Probably has put Southside in sort of a position they don't really want to be in, to have to throw the ball a little bit more now. We'll see how that is. Calhoun is a really good receiver, and I'm sure they'd like to get the ball into McLaughlin's hands too, out on the edge, and let him run and use his quickness and speed there. Offensively, running the ball, Arkadelphia is 11 for just 20 yards net, but it's a passing game. McCoy, 16 out of 21. A couple of those were throwaways. He had one drop, 206 yards, another first half of over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. We see him spreading that ball around again. Wagner had 6 catches for 85. Purefoy 3 for 39. Let's see. Roberts had 2 for 36. Reed 1 for 9. Finley's had a big game, 4 for 37. And again, Wagner had a touchdown, Purefoy had a touchdown, and Roberts had a touchdown. So we've seen the same offensive pattern that Arkadelphia has been following. Get the ball to multiple receivers in space and let them do things. They've had some deep balls for touchdowns. And other than the penalties, they've played a pretty good game. And both offensively and defensively, they've had some penalties that have allowed Southside to keep some drives going, but several times, even with the most penalties, procedure penalties, Arkadelphia's been able to overcome those.
And they've given up no points because of the penalties, but I'll tell you what, Jim, I think you're correct. It probably limited the number of possessions because some of those penalties gave first downs to Southside when the defense was playing so well. Southside is a very good offense. I mean, it's a very good offense and a very great running back in McLaughlin, but he has been avoiding tacklers only to hit 2 more tacklers 2 yards later. So he's had short runs because Arkadelphia has been able to fly to him and make the tackle.
Yeah. I would think Arkadelphia maybe in the second half, Allen's been pretty effective scrambling. I would think they might put a spy sort of on him, but when he breaks to run, that they're right on him so he doesn't get loose for a long run.
We could see that because he had 2 quarterback draws that were very successful against Arkadelphia there in the first half. But Arkadelphia, as you said, sophomore quarterback, he throws the deep ball very well.
He does, and he's got a strong arm and very accurate. He's got a great group of receivers. That's what impressed me throughout the year. You can't focus in on 1 or 2 of the receivers. There's 3 others out there that can get open and make catches and get yardage even after the catch. So gives a lot of diversity to what Arkadelphia can do.
Really good running attack usually for Arkadelphia. Nice job at Southside to stop it for the most part, although when Arkadelphia has needed short yardage for a first down, they've generally been able to get that.
They have, and I think a lot of it is just what Southside is giving them. Their receivers open every time. I mean, like I said, he's only had 5 missed passes. I know 2 of them were throwaways and 1 was a drop. For sure. So the receivers are open and they're catching the ball.
Jim, I tell you what, Southside will get the ball first in the third quarter. They won the toss, elected to wait until the second half to receive the kickoff, so they'll have the ball first. There's a certain amount of pressure on Arkadelphia to keep up its enthusiasm, continue to play well with a 3-touchdown lead, with pressure, of course, on Southside to begin to chip into that lead for Arkadelphia.
That's true. This opening possession for Southside will be very critical. If they can get a drive going, get some points on the board, then they will feel like they're back in the ball game a little bit.
One thing we know about Southside, Jim, is that they know a lot of plays because they pulled some out of the back of the playbook here in the first half, and some of them worked.
Yeah, and Arkadelphia will be aware of that. Even on that 4th down pass, Arkadelphia played it very well. The tight end was just so tall, he just reached up and took it out of the air.
Yeah, that was the big pass play, and that was to one of the larger receivers we've seen all year at 6'4", 265, Landon McSpadden went high and made the catch. It's just hard to get. You might get as high as McSpadden, but you also have to get around his body.
Yeah,
he's just a big character.
I really thought it was going to be intercepted because it was. It floated a little bit. It wasn't a sharp pass, and it hung up in the air, and that just gave him time to get position. Like he was going for a rebound.
It's cold out there. I don't know if that has anything to do with some of the missteps and penalties, but we have seen both teams able to throw the ball, run the ball, certainly play defense. It might be in the low 30s by now. We'll check on that in a moment. It was 37 when the game started, but both teams seem to be prepared to play in cold weather.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be a problem at all, but there's good hitting. That last hit on Allen, when he scrambled on that last play of the first half. That was a good hit. And, in cold weather to give a hit like that and to take a hit like that is pretty tough.
He has a big shoulder hit,
Yeah.
right, and brought him down to in the last play of the first half. Well, thank you so much, Jim Rothwell. Appreciate the work that you do. Obviously, you just do great work for us every year. We appreciate it greatly, and we're going to hear from you again in the second half. That's Jim Rothwell on stats, and he's got his championship hat that he has carried since that 2017 championship, a championship again in 18. Well, and I'll tell you what, Arkadelphia would love to have another one here in 2024. These are the scoring plays. In the first half, Arkadelphia turned the ball over on 3rd down and 4, fumbled in their own backfield, recovered by Southside. What an opportunity it was for the Southerners. 1st down and 10 at the 32-yard line of Arkadelphia. But then on 4th and 13 from the 35, they were unable to get a first down. Incompletion made it 1st down and 10 at its own 35 for Arkadelphia. And the Badgers, in 8 plays, covered 65 yards, 7-0 after McCoy threw to Purifoy for the touchdown, and Seth Molinari made the extra point. 6:01 left in the first quarter, and Arkadelphia led it 7-0. After that, 4th down punt for Southside. Arkadelphia then went 9 plays, 64 yards. McCoy to Wagner for the second touchdown. That a 35-yard touchdown pass. And with 1:39 left in the first quarter, it was 14-0. Very next possession for Arkadelphia after Southside turned it over on downs. From their own 35, Arkadelphia covered 65 yards again, this time in 12 plays. Arkadelphia passed to Roberts for the touchdown, a 19-yard catch for Roberts. 6:09 left in the second quarter, and Arkadelphia had a 21-0 lead. And here at halftime, it is Arkadelphia 21 and Southside 0. We will be back with second half action when we come back. Second half action coming your way momentarily. Arkadelphia 21, Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Go Badgers!
Hey, we're talking about old friends, Kerry Garnett came up. His name came up in the halftime show, and he's the host, of course, with Blend Real Estate out in San Diego of our postgame show. I want to also mention Chris Babb and so many other people know this gentleman, the late, great Max Sisson. This is the Max Sisson press box that we were in, sports information director for Arkadelphia for so many years. And Arkadelphia is proud to see Steve Patterson, 40 years on the PA. He's still doing the PA outside. I'm going to open the window again so we get some cool air in here. We don't want it to get too hot in this part of the press box, right? So we're going to cool things off by going back, and that's going to allow you to hear this home crowd. It's been very active home crowd tonight. Had a little bit of booing the refs a few times, but, both teams made some mistakes. Arkadelphia overcame those mistakes enough to score 21 points. Southside means a lot to them to have a good first possession here in the third quarter.
That's right. This is really going to set the momentum for the rest of this game. This possession right here is really going to decide a lot of this football game. The defense will come out for the Badgers, the offense for the Southerners. And the Southerners have not seen the end zone tonight, but I know that they went into the locker room. They made adjustments, but so did the Badgers. And it's really just going to be a game of who can get the stops, who can get explosives, and let's see if we get any turnovers tonight as well.
Seth Molinari is set for the kickoff. We try to sing his praises on a regular basis. You couldn't ask for a better high school kicker than Seth Molinari.
You really couldn't. I've never seen anyone, even on social media, I've never seen anyone he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss, and if he does, it is a very rare occasion or it is a wet grass field. So there's that.
They rarely need a field goal, so we're not talking about a lot of attempts there, but his extra points are so vital in every game. He is just so consistent, 3 for 3 tonight. Here's a line drive kickoff near the sideline, but fieldable at the 10-yard line. Return up to the 20, to the 25. Good return by Calhoun, but he is going to be tackled. Arkadelphia will bring him down. I think they'll spot it at the 35. Calhoun's got some speed.
35-yard line for the Southerners. The Badgers are coming out, and it looks like Malachi Hamilton is just getting them hyped up. That is what you need. You need just energy coming into the second half. You're up 21, so you don't want to get complacent. So right here is going to be playing some smart football, but just with a savage mentality.
Yeah, you got to get the adrenaline back up, and I have a feeling they'll be able to do it. Huge crowd here watching the game, both on the home side and on the visitor side. On first down, running play, and that's a bit of a gain up near the 40-yard line. On the carry was McLaughlin. They'd love to get him going in the second half.
That's right. I mean, with just over 2,000 yards rushing, I mean, you almost just got to get the ball to him almost every time. But the Arkadelphia Badgers are just so dominant at the defensive line.
Second down, 6 yards to go after McLaughlin got 4 on first down. He gets another chance on second down. He's hit, but he will bounce forward, kind of like a bowling ball down there. He's got great open field speed, but he seems to be hard to tackle in a crowd also. Short, but tough. And he got yardage up to the 43-yard line, third down and 2.
The thing about the gun tee, the wing tee, anything that ends with a T, if you get 3 to 4 yards every single run, that is just a win for their program. They're going to potentially see a lot of success with that.
Third down 2. They're going to hand it off again. Coming right out, Arkadelphia is McLaughlin. I think he's going to get it by a yard. First down and 10 for Southside. Southside did spend some time in Arkadelphia territory in the first half. They just couldn't score.
That's right. Couldn't finish any of their drives. They got really, really close. Some calls got them back as well. But Southerners kind of beat the Southerners, and Badgers kind of beating the Badgers, so let's see a good football game right here.
There's going to be a pitch and a run, and not much yardage there this time for Calhoun. He tried to cut it up, and he was immediately hit by 2 Badgers brought down. They might give him a yard. It might just be right at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
And the only reason that play happened, Skylar McClure right there, setting the edge right there at the defensive end spot, making him go inside, and 2 other Badgers making that play. So big job, big team play right there.
Yeah, with his speed, I think he'd rather go outside. Didn't have a chance for that. Second down and 10. They're going to send him in motion again. They'll fake it to him. Allen rolling to his right, would like to run, looking for space and not finding it. Arkadelphia will push him backwards, a loss on the play. Third down and long.
Xavion Williams right there, big tackle for loss. He has had a game tonight, a sack, 2 tackles for loss in huge moments of the game in this first possession of the second half.
Third down, 11 yards to go, ball at the 45-yard line. Southside, first possession of the second half. The Southerners are trailing by 3 touchdowns. Looking to make something happen now. It's early in the third quarter, but I'd have to say this is a big play for the Southerners. Arkadelphia has not had the ball yet in the second half. Arkadelphia looks like they want to come after the quarterback. He wants to throw. He will hang it up deep, and the defense will intercept it. Ball at the 30-yard line. He'll give up a yard or 2 on the return. That's Wagner. They're going to tackle him at the 25-yard line. But that's a big play for the defense.
Huge play for the defense. Just threw it right at. There is a flag on the field, but Carson Brawley, if I can get that number correct, I think that was Carson Brawley right there that caught that ball. Oh, that was Wagner. I don't know. I saw 33 for some reason, but it was number 1, Braden Wagner. There you go, Wagner. If you can just get a ball near him, most likely he will catch it.
Holding call against Arkadelphia.
We've seen a lot of the laundry tonight.
Wagner, of course.
10 yards from the previous spot. Third down.
10 yards from the previous spot is, I believe, what we're going to see. They haven't marked it off yet. Wagner's a punt returner, so even though he could have knocked it down, he, of course, wanted to return that kick. Now they are going to mark it off against Arkadelphia. Let's see if they mark it off 10. That's what we expect, and they do. So it is third down, and they just need 1 now. 3rd and 11 just became 3rd down and 10. So holding call against Arkadelphia. Badgers line up defensively one more time. Southside likes to run the ball. They're going to run it right out Arkadelphia to the right side. He's hitting the backfield, but a good run, escaping a tackle, and now a flag goes down at the end of the play. Flag goes down at the end of the play. Might have been on the tackle, might have been a face mask. Let's see. They did pick up the first down. When the defense stopped Southside, except for the penalty flags, coming down on an interception that was nullified, and now at the end of a first down run, they're going to mark off another penalty against the Badgers. Going to be a personal foul face mask, and that's a major penalty. So Arkadelphia going to have to work a little harder to keep that shutout now. Ball all the way down to the 27-yard line of the Badgers. 27-yard line of the Badgers. And they are going to throw it. Allen, now he's going to run. He's got some room to the 20. Allen to the 15-yard line. He'll be driven down at the 11. That's a good run by the sophomore. First down on the 27. And now a first down on the 12. That's a nice run. Arkadelphia will have to stiffen once again. Here's a direct snap to McLaughlin. He looks wide. He'll make it to the 10, but no farther. Good tackle. Short gain to the 10. 2nd down and 9.
Malachi Hamilton right there on the stop for the Badgers. Great stop right there with the Wildcat formation from Southerners.
And let's say 8 yards to go. At the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 8 yards to go. They can make a first down at the 2. Running formation. They're going to run to the right behind their blockers. He's hit immediately, though, and if he got anything, it was just a few inches. 3rd down coming. They're over stressing that right side of the line, and Cooper's just not working. Arkadelphia is defeating enough blocks to get to the running back at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down 8, ball at the 10-yard line. Southside looking for a big play on 3rd down. Allen at quarterback. To his left is McLaughlin. Arkadelphia looking for a big play themselves on defense. Try to keep this shutout. Allen wants to throw. Scrambles to his left. Now he wants to run. Avoids one tackler. He will make some yardage up to the 5-yard line, but 4th down is coming. They need 3 more yards.
Now the question is, do you go for 3 or do you go for 6? There's going to be a really big decision right here on 4th down.
Yeah, they spotted it at the 6-yard line. Had a knee go down before he fell back down to the 5. So they spotted at the 6. They need 4 yards. 4th down and 4. McLaughlin is a likely candidate, but they've had good running from the quarterback, Allen. He is a sophomore, but he's not a small guy. He's a tough runner, too. Oh, 5-yard penalty against Southside.
And there you go. Once again, Southerners beating the Southerners in very, very important times, and the defense looks like they might have won this possession.
Ball back to the 11-yard line, and they're going to send in a kicker. They want to get points on the board and then work on Arkadelphia and get some touchdowns later on. They're going to send in a kicker and go for a field goal. Coming in to kick the ball, you got 3 guys that can kick. This is Joel Busby. He's a junior kicker. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it's blocked. It was blocked by Arkadelphia, and the Badgers have it, and they're returning it to the 30-yard line, to the 40-yard line. Only a couple of Southerners can get to him, and they'll knock him out of bounds. But a big return after the block all the way to the Southerners. Oh, where are they going to mark that? About the 30, now the 33-yard line. At the 33, big return for Arkadelphia.
I want to find that number of that guy, but wow. What an important play. That is one of the biggest plays of the night, if not the biggest play of the night. Big block on the field goal, brought all the way to the 34-yard line.
And here comes
huge
the Badger
play.
offense. As you said, it is a huge, huge play in this game. They're going for a field goal, try to make it 21-3.
And making that play on that last possession, number 0, Reese Campbell blocked that field goal and brought it all the way back to the 34-yard line. Great job, Reese and the Badgers.
They had to pause for a moment and go get the tee. It was still on the field. Now it's on the wrong side of the field, but they'll find their way to get it back to Southside here in a moment, and then we'll be back to action. Arkadelphia's offense back on the field for the first time in the second half with 5:51. Southside ate up some clock, got no points for it. And now the Badgers have good field position, their best of the night to start a drive at the 33-yard line of Southside. Here come the Badgers, suddenly with momentum. Purifoy in motion. They're going to hand it to him. He's hit immediately. Big hit, and they're going to drive him back. Boy, it's hard to hit Purifoy square. He moves laterally so well, but that was a square hit, and they brought him down with a loss of 2.
That's right. Kind of an interesting way to run inside zone, but very efficient most of the time. Southerners won that one.
Purifoy is tough to tackle, but they got him. On second down, they're going to run again. Running play to the outside. There's some yardage up to the 30-yard line.
That is Blake Moody coming back at the running back position. It's good to see him back at running back. What a just big runner for Arkadelphia. We've seen him make a lot of huge plays.
He is glad to get the cast off, and he can hold the ball now. Back to pass on third down and long. McCoy throws it short. That's complete. This is Moody to the 25. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet to the 23-yard line. I think he's got a first down. Let's see if the officials agree. It's very close. He bounced off a couple of tacklers. Just depends on when a knee went down. I thought he might have it. Are they going to measure? Oh, I didn't see the flag. Oh, goodness.
Either that or a hurt player on the field as well.
Yeah, I cannot tell. The home sideline kind of covering up things. I cannot tell who was injured. But probably a Southside player because they are standing around the injured player. Timeout, officials timeout. And so we're going to take a moment ourselves. Arkadelphia got a good run after the catch. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. I think that's enough for a first down, but let's see. They haven't marked off a penalty, and the injured player is still down. I'll tell you what. Now he's up. He's going to be all right. Injured on the play, one of their better defensive players. It's good to see him up. He's going to walk off the field to the other side. A little slow in getting up, but he's walking around. That's Leighton Neal, the linebacker. He may have been one of the defenders that ran headlong into Moody. Moody is one tough running back. It is not a first down. And the ball is at the 23. And that's where the first down marker is, but the third down marker, the box, is on the 24. Ball's on the 23. This should be a first down. It is. Now they've said it. It's a first down.
That is a Welch Funeral Home first down for the Badgers. That's the special thing about Blake Moody. Once he gets the ball, it is quite impossible to bring him down without 6 other people. So good to see Blake back.
Loss of 2 followed by a gain of 12. First down and 10, Arkadelphia. Ball at the 23 of Southside.
Their coach is on the field.
And the Southside coach having a conversation out near the hash mark. Now he's going to walk back to the sideline. We'll go back to work. It has been entertaining, but not a lesson in making a game go smoothly. A lot of penalties and some upset players and coaches. Here is a running play. This is Moody again. Moody's got some room. He's inside the 20. He'll go to the 19, maybe the 18. I think a knee went down at the 19, but that's a gain of 4.
Blake Moody once again on the run. We called his name a lot at the beginning of the season. Had some issues with his arm, with his elbow, but big run right there by Blake.
Good to see him healthy again. McCoy at quarterback wants to throw. He looks to his right. He'll throw deep, looking to the end zone. That ball is caught. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Just over the extended arm of Allen, playing some defensive back, and Arkadelphia got the score.
Jay Purifoy, touchdown for the Badgers. Once again, huge play for Jay. Wow. Touchdown Badgers.
There were defenders in the area, but McCoy put the pass in the right place, and Purifoy came down with it.
That was a perfect pass by McCoy. Wow, just the chemistry between a quarterback and a receiver is really just being shown tonight by the Badgers.
Wagner the holder. Seth Molinari's kick is up, and it is good, and a flag went down just as the ball went through the uprights. I think, again, they might mark that one off at the kickoff, and so we will take a break. It is Arkadelphia 28, Southside 0, 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker, supporting the Badgers since 1996.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Call State Farm agent Roger Wingfield for your personal price plan today.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Roger Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
The flag that immediately went down as soon as the ball went through the uprights turned out to be a personal foul against Southside. Once again, we've had a few players who have kind of lost their cool in this game, and you got to know Southside's frustrated, down by 4 touchdowns now, but this means that Seth Molinari will kick the ball from the Southside 45-yard line, and you got to expect another onside kick. In fact, he's going to line up for exactly that. And here's the play. Onside kick, not going to go quite far enough, so I think Southside's going to keep the ball this time as he hooked it a little bit too much and it'll roll dead at the 38-yard line. You got to try it, though. After the 15-yard penalty, they're giving you an opportunity to kick from the opponent 45-yard line. Just didn't bounce right that time for Molinari. So, never more important for Southside to get a touchdown than on this drive, because Arkadelphia's, frankly, one score away from the good sportsmanship rule.
That's right. We've seen a lot this season with the good sportsmanship rule. It would be awesome to see it in the semifinal game. So let's see what the defense does right here on a big possession.
On first down, another running play hit in the backfield, though, and they'll bring him down. Boy, in the clutches immediately.
And Skylar McClure right there just squeezed off the tackle right there, and you kind of want to call it squeezing it and killing it almost. You hit that pulling guard, and he just made a huge tackle right there with perfect technique. Great job by Skylar McClure.
Loss of 1 back to the 38-yard line. Second down, 11 yards to go. Badger defense has just been a star of this game in many ways, but McCoy has 2 with 4 touchdown passes. Here's a running play. That's going to gain up past the original line of scrimmage by a couple of yards, but third down and long is coming.
You can tell Coach Kaiser really spent some time against this Southern Air offense, just scheming it up. You can see him coaching on the sideline. He's around the 45-yard line now, but Just Coach Kaiser has been awesome all season long. Very exciting guy to probably play for as well.
Third down, 8 yards to go. Ball at the 41-yard line of Southside. Down by 4 touchdowns. You got to figure this is probably 4-down territory here, even at their own 41. But they do have third down. We'll see what Mr. Allen does. He wants to pass. No quarterback draw. Quarterback draw is going to get yardage. Good run by Allen. Stays on his feet and will get yardage all the way down to the 43. Very, very good competition here. Although he's limping as he gets up. I mean, I tell you what, that's showing some heart on that quarterback drive. He got an extra 3 yards with some second effort and a first down at the Arkadelphia 43-yard line. That has been the best offensive play of all the plays they have tried, and they've tried a lot of different kinds of plays tonight, but the quarterback draw has worked better than anything. There is a double handoff. Into the line of scrimmage it goes, and that's going to be, and now a flag goes in. Goodness. I think the officials might be calling any kind of contact after the play as a foul. There was not much contact at all.
I was watching that with my eyes, and I think from up here I might have called that different.
Wow. Personal foul. Wow. Face mask. Okay, well, the face mask a little different. I thought they'd call one down the field, which was a very incidental contact. Instead, it was a face mask. Major penalty. That'll take it down to the 25-yard line. All right. Sorry, official. I didn't understand what you were calling there for a moment, but my goodness, you have been quick to throw flags tonight. Both teams made plenty of mistakes, but Arkadelphia has a big 28-0 lead. There's a running play. To the right side it goes. Lead blockers are there, but it's still going to be a gain of only 4 to the 21-yard line, and that was a carry again by McLaughlin. He's had a lot of opportunities tonight, but not big holes to run through. From the 21, it's second down, 6 yards to go. Arkadelphia defense trying to hold on to its shutout. Last possession for Southside. Arkadelphia blocked a field goal, ran it back to the Southside 33, and then scored 4 plays later. Southside now back at the 21-yard line. There's another double handoff, a good run to the inside, not enough for a first down. And on that run that time, accepting the second handoff, they've run that double handoff play a couple of times on this possession. That was Braden Simpson on the carry.
Just being able to read your key right here, follow your pulling guards. It's really been the name of the game tonight against the Southerners. Your offensive line is going to tell you exactly where this football is going to go, whether it's a screen, a big pass, or even a double reverse handoff.
Third down, 2 yards to go. I don't think they'll be trying any more field goals. They got 2 plays to get a couple of yards here. Running play to the right side, and that's a good run. Second effort's going to get the first down to the 13-yard line of Arkadelphia. Never giving up is Mr. McLaughlin. But Arkadelphia is still holding on to that shutout, and they'll try to keep it. Ball at the 13-yard line, first down and 10.
And it looks like there's some things happening after the play which would have been called earlier in the game, and I think Coach Shucker's not too happy about that.
First down and 10, ball at the 13-yard line. Southside got as close as the 6-yard line on their previous possession. Now we're going to have, the 2 teams ran to the sidelines. They thought that this was going to be an official timeout, but they just fixed the helmet quickly, and now we're back to action. Why not? We've had a little bit of everything. 26 seconds left. Clock running now. We're in the third quarter. First down. They're going to hand off. This is Simpson. He's hit at the 12 and driven backwards. Short gain on first down. That is the, 2 seconds, 1 second. Now that is the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters of exciting action, and the Arkadelphia fans have a lot to be happy about. It's Arkadelphia 28 and Southside 0. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says Go Badgers.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Despite the penalties, the Arkadelphia game moving a little faster than the Elkins-Mills game. In that contest, it is Elkins 23, Mills 14 with 6:20 left there in the third quarter. Arkadelphia ready to start the fourth quarter now, playing defense at its own 12-yard line. It's second down, 9 yards to go for Southside. Running play. This is Allen, the quarterback. He will escape one tackler and then go down. Good job by Arkadelphia. And that was a gain of maybe 1. Let's see where they spot it. Back really closer to the 12, so no gain. Third down and 9.
Skylar McClure once again making a huge tackle right there. Great technique, great physicality. Big play for the Badgers.
Third down, 9 yards to go. Ball at the 12-yard line. Arkadelphia trying to hold on to a shutout, leading 28-0. Allen at quarterback. He'll send in motion. And he'll throw to the other side, trying to game it for yardage. Really good effort by Calhoun, but he's not going to make a first down. They'll tackle him. Arkadelphia will take the ball away, but they blew the whistle. They blew the whistle. I guess they blew the whistle. There's at least one Badger that thought they did not. I think it is fourth down. Where are they going to spot that? He's got to give the ball back first. He ran it halfway to the end zone. They're going to spot it right at the 10-yard line. That is not a large gain, only a couple of yards. Fourth down coming. Fourth down and 7 yards to go. From the 10 on 4th and 7. They're going to call timeout. Southside has called timeout. We're going to take a break also. 10:33 left in the football game. Arkadelphia 28, Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler says, Go Badgers!
Well, it would take a huge comeback for Southside to be able to get back into this one as Southside trails Arkadelphia 28-0. But they have 10:33 left in the fourth quarter to try to do it. So Southside would love to put the ball in the end zone or at least make a first down inside the 5 here. It's fourth down at the Arkadelphia 10-yard line. They need 7, 4th and 7. Arkadelphia just wants to preserve that shutout and send the offense back out on the field. What a game the defense has played for Arkadelphia so far tonight against a very good offense for Southside. Allen looks to the sideline after seeing Arkadelphia line up defensively. They say they're ready. To the quarterback's left is McLaughlin, the running back. He'll go in motion. They're going to look to the end zone. Now in trouble. They're going to hit Allen, and they're going to bring him down. They have turned it over on downs. Arkadelphia keeps its shutout.
Jacoby Campbell, Skylar McClure right there on the sack. Fourth down. And that is really a huge possession for the game to mentally shut off their opponent.
Arkadelphia with the ball and a 4-touchdown lead. They'll have the ball at their own 13-yard line. He lost one on that 4th down play. Just didn't find an open receiver, tried to run, and did not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Badgers have to knock off another 10 minutes and 27 seconds, and they're going to be on their way to Little Rock. Up 28-0, Badgers with the football. Arkadelphia lines up. Handoff. Coming to the near side, looking for space. He'll find some. Good run. And a pick up to the 22-yard line.
There you go. Blake Moody once again on a huge run. We're going to start seeing some people maybe get a little emotional towards the end of this game. Obviously, it's last game for some people, seniors at least, but I'm excited to see what the Badgers do for the rest of this one.
You know, you may have been able to see that better than me from where we are watching on your monitor. You may have noticed it wasn't the 13, it was the 18-yard line where they started that drive. Now a penalty against Arkadelphia. After the 4-yard gain, it was 2nd and 6. Now it looks like it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, they do have something to practice in the next week. Let's avoid these 5-yard penalties.
That's right. Just correcting the tiny details, especially on the offensive line. Being able to not move pre-snap will really win us a football game next week. So that's going to be huge.
2nd and 11, ball at the 17-yard line now. They're going to send Purifoy next to his quarterback, and they're going to hand it to him, looking for space. Purifoy, very hard to tackle. He'll get some yardage. Up to the 23-yard line. Got back what they lost on the penalty and another yard. And let's see, is there a flag down? Yeah, I do see one. Of course there's a flag down.
Why wouldn't there
be? You do see a little bit of pushing after most of the plays are over. The officials, I'm sure, would like to stop that, but let's see if that's the call or if it's a different kind of call here. The gain was to the 23-yard line. Personal foul against Southside. Well, new first down for Arkadelphia.
Really, the officials should start keeping, I mean, I'm not a ref, but just from a player's perspective, just to keep each other on their side of the ball, especially after the play, just get back and play some football.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. First down and 10, Arkadelphia at its own 39-yard line. No need to lose your temper at this point. Pretty clear what's going to happen. Here is a running play. Purifoy looks for space. He's to the 40, to the 45, 50, and out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
And that is a Welch Funeral Home first down for Jay Purifoy and the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Did I mention he's hard to tackle?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Not big, but he runs just about as fast laterally as he does forward. I mean, he's pretty amazing.
It's amazing. He is. I mean, he's got to be one of the best athletes in the state, I believe. So I've seen a lot of high school football. I've never seen a player really like Jay Purifoy at all.
His first touchdown of the night, just a great job of catching the ball as it was thrown really over his back. He just made a great adjustment, scored that first touchdown, and got Arkadelphia off to a great start. We're going to take a quick break. 9 minutes left in the game. Arkadelphia 28, Southside 0. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Arkadelphia Badgers offense lines up first down, 48-yard line of Southside. Badgers lead at 28-2 here in the fourth quarter. 9 minutes left exactly. Pistol formation this time. Now they're going to move him next to his quarterback. And they're going to pitch it and a little running play. There's traffic, but he's going to get some yardage before he's hit hard and driven back. Purifoy again on the tackle. He bounced right back up.
He's still the first guy up every single time. No matter how hard he gets hit, he's going to bounce up as quick as possible.
Ball at the 46-yard line. Pickup of a couple. Second down. Arkadelphia using up a little bit of clock now, down to 8:33 left, clock running. McCoy at quarterback he's had a good game, only a sophomore. He wants to throw under pressure. He gets it out to Roberts. Roberts, good gain to the 35, to the 30, to the 20. And he's down at the 11-yard line. Flag went down, though. Let's see if this might be a blocking penalty.
If it is a blocking penalty, that was kind of the opposite side of the field. So flag from the left side of the field, but if it is a blocking penalty, that was done on the right hash. So will be interesting to see.
Roberts is electric with the football. You knew he'd get a big gain. I thought he might go. Shoestring tackle out there prevented the touchdown, but it might be that a penalty would have prevented it anyway. The officials, all of them in a conference. Now I think they're going to make a call soon. It was second down and 8. Let's see what it is now. He's going to go against Arkadelphia, I think. Personal foul against Southside. Personal foul against Arkadelphia. They have waved off the play, I believe. Gee whiz. So it happened during the play, I suppose. Yeah. So it's offsetting, and we'll go back to work. Second down, 8 yards to go. Wasted a really fine play by Roberts after the catch of the pass from McCoy. All right, here come the Badgers. They'll look to the sideline and get the play. Roberts and Finley to the bottom of your screen. Back to pass. He wants to throw to that side. He gets it to Finley. Finley is going to be knocked down after a gain near a first down. I think he might have it. It's going to be a first down.
That is a Welch Funahome first down.
Ball at the 37-yard line of Southside. First down, Arkadelphia. Clock running as I lean out the window. 7:34 left here in the football game. Arkadelphia leads at 28-0, working on 35. 3 receivers top of the screen. Roberts, Purifoy, and Wagner. Finley to the bottom. All out blitz on the quarterback, and he will throw the ball away. Caught on the sideline.
You know what? Reese Campbell made that catch, but maybe 10 yards out of bounds.
He made a fine catch, but he was near the track when he caught it. We did wonder if they would call intentional grounding. He did his best to get it downfield, but he was still in the pocket, minus about 10 yards. They're going to call intentional grounding. Let's see what the call is going to be. Yeah, now they mark it correctly. It is second down. And they're going to scoot that all the way back to the 46-yard line of Arkadelphia. Well, when Arkadelphia has had a play go against them in the first half, they just threw deep and got a touchdown. We'll see what they'll do here. We're down to 7:13 left. Clock stopped at the moment. Here is Moody on an end around now, a reverse play, and Arkadelphia will try to make some yardage. Flags go down, 3 flags down. Purifoy is making a beautiful run, but there are 3 flags down. More good work by Purifoy, and they're going to bring him down at the 34-yard line. One of the Arkadelphia fans really wanting a flag on that tackle. I don't know if any of the officials still have a flag in their pocket. Now I see one cap is down on the field as well. I see caps and flags down. Well, they got a lot to sort through.
It's honestly just ridiculous kind of at this point, if we can just be honest a little bit.
Literally 3 flags down near each other. Maybe they're the same foul, maybe they're not, and then a cap down about 10 yards downfield near the 50-yard line.
Saw some punches thrown. Maybe a ref even got punched. Kind of looks like.
I tell you what, you got to really want to throw a flag to throw your hat down on a cold night, and he did. He saw something that motivated him to give up his hat.
That's right.
Multiple fouls. We know that. 3 flags down and a hat. Both teams are frustrated. Arkadelphia frustrated that the personal fouls keep coming, and they have struck back a few times, and Southside frustrated because of the score, I am sure. They've had a great season. Southside's undefeated, but this has been a nightmare for them, trailing 28-0, and they are showing some frustration. Arkadelphia also struggling. Okay, now they're going to do the same thing again. It's going to be... Okay, so what we've got is an ejection against Southside. We've got a holding against Arkadelphia. We've got a penalty against Southside. It looks like offsetting there, but then we also have an unsportsmanlike call against Southside, and somebody's been ejected.
The Coleman Callan did a nice job of zooming in. We had multiple penalties. You had a holding on Arkadelphia,
right,
and a personal foul on Southside that offset,
right.
and a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, with an ejection on Southside.
Yeah, that's exactly what I called moments ago, and
you nailed it.
Chris saw it the same way, and there was a lot to keep up with, and we're not necessarily taking notes on every penalty, but we needed to on that one. All right.
And now we are back to where we started.
All right. Ball now at the 39-yard line of Southside. What you got to hope for now is that both teams are going to calm down. Well, frankly, especially Southside, that they're going to calm down so there are no more ejections, no more fights. And that wasn't much of a fight, but somebody was caught making a big enough mistake that they kicked him out. Now, unfortunately, one of the Southside players now is signaling the Arkadelphia sideline and crowd. That's a shame. The officials didn't see that. Frankly, I hope you didn't see it on your monitor.
It's really sad.
Wow. Okay. Let's just get the rest of this game over quickly. Southside wants to show a blitz here. Back to pass is McCoy. He will throw across the middle. That's a catch. Purifoy will lose the ball, but I think he fought it back and got it. Now they're going to fight for the ball. Goodness. Ball at the 27-yard line. Who's got it? McCoy might have been down when he lost the ball, but I believe they did call it a fumble. He reached for it. A teammate reached for it. Southside also jumped in there, but I think Arkadelphia has the ball. Southside says they have the ball. And the officials have not made their decision yet, I don't believe. They're talking about it. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Just don't need to get...
Will it be a first down? Will it be a Southside ball? Goodness gracious.
Just with the 28-0 right now, no need to get any people hurt.
And now they're going to give it to Southside. I've never seen a fumble call take so long to decide, but every official, I guess, had his say-so, and they went with a majority opinion. So Southside has the ball at its own 27-yard line. 6:42 left. We are in the fourth quarter tonight, and it is Arkadelphia 28, Southside 0, but the Southside offense is back out onto the field. Wow, we have had a struggle to keep composure in multiple places in the stadium, including on the field. Let's see if we can play some good football here to end it. Southside's going to line up. Allen at quarterback, hands it off. Here's McLaughlin looking for space on the left side. He's going to be hit, and he's going to, I think, be a yard short of the original line of scrimmage. Tackle for loss again by this Arkadelphia defense.
Yeah, the defense really has been dominant. I mean, we keep saying it over and over again. No matter what's going on the field, they're not letting it get inside of their head. We kind of heard maybe this might happen, but the defense has been ready for this game. They've been ready to go against the Southerners for a week now, so they've been mentally preparing for everything that's going to happen tonight.
2nd and 10, ball at the 27-yard line for the Southerners. Quarterback keeper, and he is hit. Falls forward for a gain. He's to the 31-yard line. 3rd down coming up. Well, in a 4-touchdown lead, there you had. They found a way to keep the crowd involved. I will say that. I tell you what, I don't want to talk about penalties on young people, but that has been a problem. Ball at the 31-yard line. Lack of composure penalties. We'll just say, let's concentrate on football here. 3rd down and 6, ball at the 31-yard line. Southside trying to put a drive together and avoid a shutout. 5:23 left, clock running. Running play, McLaughlin looking for space. He is hit, and he's going to be stopped at the 33-yard line. They might give him the 33.5. It's 4th down. They give him the 34-yard line, but it's still 4th down by 3 yards. On 4th and 3, Southside would appear to be interested in going for it from their own 34-yard line. And the Arkadelphia fans want the ball back. They are cheering right in front of us. Look to the sideline, and Southside wants to call their last time out of the game. With 4 minutes and 37 seconds left, Arkadelphia leading 28-0, and we will take a break. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Back to the action at Badger Stadium. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Cooper Darr. 4:37 left in the football game. Arkadelphia 28 and Southside 0 in a very emotional contest tonight. Southside will line up and go for it on 4th down and 3 yards to go. A very fine running back. McLaughlin is in the backfield with his sophomore quarterback who's played well tonight, Allen. Arkadelphia fighting to keep that shutout. Here is a run, big hit by Arkadelphia, and that is not going to be a 1st down. Arkadelphia has turned it over on downs to that Arkadelphia offense. The defense for Arkadelphia, what an amazing performance tonight against a very good Southside team.
I mean, this Southside team, if you just look at some of the scores, I mean, I don't have it right on me. It's across the room. You look at the scores, they have won a lot of dominant football games by some very high scoring. But tonight, the Badgers have kept them to a 0 in a semifinal playoff football game here in Arkansas, in Arkadelphia. And we are just seeing some great football tonight out of the Badgers. Yes, we've seen some false start penalties, some holding penalties, and some different things happening on both sides of the ball. But overall, the Badgers are having a great night.
34-yard line of Southside. 1st down for Arkadelphia. Running play up the middle and a gain of 1 on 1st down. Now, Southside scored only 10 points against Pocahontas, but they won that game 10-7.
I mean, even sometimes whenever you have a baseball score, you got to, scoring 10 in baseball is pretty good.
Other games we're looking at 33 points, 49 points, 31 points, 63 points, 43 points, 50 points, 49 points, and 0 tonight against Arkadelphia. 4:02 left, and Southside has no timeouts left. They're just going to play some defense right now. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Arkadelphia, after holding Southside on downs again. Running play up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of a couple of yards. Arkadelphia just wants to run out this clock.
That's kind of just a testament, you were reading those scores, to this Badger team. Just offensively, defensively, just so dominant. They have been all year, learning especially from their preseason games. They were very, very difficult, but it's been a lot of fun watching them this year, and we're going to have a lot of fun next Saturday as well.
Ball at the 31-yard line. 3rd down, 7 yards to go for the Badgers. blitz, all-out blitz. They'll throw a short pass, and he's got some room to run. To the 30, to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. That, folks, is a first down, and the clock will keep running as soon as they set the ball. Now the officials are saying run that clock, and they do. We're under 3 minutes to play in the contest. Chris Babb soon will be having a conversation with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. That'll happen in the Blend Luxury Real Estate postgame show. Ball at the 21-yard line. First down and 10 for the Badgers.
That is a Welch Funeral Home first down for the Badgers.
On first down, sophomore quarterback McCoy, who's played well all season long, including tonight. Running play, that's Moody. Moody's got yardage to the 15-yard line. 6-yard pickup. Blake Moody looks like a good running back. It's nice to see that hand well enough now that he can hold the football. He played a little bit of linebacker when he couldn't hold the football, but now that he can, he's back at running back.
That's right. We saw him a lot at running back at the beginning of the season. Unfortunately got hurt, had to come back at linebacker, kind of club-handed. But good to see Moody back. We called his name a lot, especially at the beginning of the season. Hopefully we'll be calling his name a lot next Saturday as well.
Badgers in no hurry. We're under 2 minutes to play. Handoff. This is Moody again. He's got some room. He's to the 10. Moody to the 5. They'll bring him down at the 3-yard line. Blake Moody. Nice running. Tackle by Braden Simpson. They're going to spot that ball at the 2, and Arkadelphia will send its big unit in. And the crowd is excited about getting another touchdown. They've been frustrated by some of the calls from the officials, some of the behavior on the field. So they are standing up, even though they're up by 4 touchdowns, to try to get touchdown number 5. 1:24 left, clock running. Badgers line up. Quarterback under center, 3 backs behind him. They're going to hand it to the second back, and he's in. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
And you know who that is? That's Nykeeson Wimberly. Nykeeson Wimberly on a touchdown.
And you see him on your screen
and there. You go.
Gee whiz, Mr. Wimberly. I tell you what, short yardage situation, why not give it to that man? He's going to be hard to tackle.
And he deserves it. He deserves it. He's worked all season long. Why not give the big man a touchdown?
Touchdown for Wimberly, and the extra point would make it a 35-point lead. Arkadelphia lines up with Seth Melinari. They line up ready for the extra point attempt. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Arkadelphia 35, Southside 0. 1:13 left in this contest. What a whale of a game this has been by the Arkadelphia Badgers as they get ready to go to Little Rock next week for the finals and a state championship on the line. We'll be back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Located at 214 North 25th Street in Arkadelphia, Providence Veterinary Care is a full-service clinic offering complete medical care for your pets, including preventative care, routine surgery, and in-house diagnostics. Our staff at Providence Veterinary Care is filled with passionate animal lovers who are highly trained and dedicated to making sure that your pets receive care and compassion every time they walk in the door. Visit us or give us a call at 870-464-1305. Providence Veterinary Care. Compassionate care, modern medicine.
It has been an emotional night here in Arkadelphia with an unusual football game. Arkadelphia has made some mistakes, overcome that for 5 touchdowns. Southside has driven the ball multiple times, and yet they couldn't put the ball in the end zone. They have 0 points tonight. There have been a lot of temper displays that have drawn some penalties tonight. All of that is true, but right now the emotions I'm seeing are just joy on the sideline and in the stands. Arkadelphia is headed to the finals.
I'm excited. Both of my teams get to play this week.
There you go. All right, Arkadelphia is set for the kickoff. Seth Melinari, 1:13 left, and it's a 35-point lead. So after ball is in play here, and the ball will sail out of bounds, so flag goes down one more time. Why not have one more flag?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Ball's going to be at the 35. Southside will take over, but the clock should run for good now. No reason to stop it at this point with a 35-point lead. The good sportsmanship rule will take effect as soon as the ball is in play. 1:13 left, and that 1:13 should go very, very fast. In the postgame show, sponsored by Blend Real Estate out of San Diego, California, and our buddy Kerry Garnett out there, we'll have a conversation with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Chris Babb will bring us that. Jim Rothwell with his Badger football cap from the 1980s. Back in the booth. He'll be with us for stats. Cooper's going to be with us also. We're going to talk about offensive and defensive players of the game. All kinds of good things happening in the postgame show, so we want you to stay tuned with us. I know we've got Badger fans from across the nation that are tuning in. Badger fans, Badger alumni. And on first down, they are going to run the ball. To the left side it will go, looking for space on the outside. And nice game. They're going to knock him out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Some of the younger Badgers getting in the game now. And we're under 1 minute to play. Clock is going to just continue to run. But Southside, you know what? They're going to try to score a touchdown and get rid of this shutout. They're 52 yards away. They have 46 seconds left, and the clock's not going to stop. So let's see if they might throw a pass. They're going to pitch it instead to Calhoun. Calhoun looking for space is going to be hit by 4 Badgers, brought down near the Arkadelphia 45-yard line. That's a nice gain, but not nearly enough with the clock ticking down, 29 seconds left. Badgers line up defensively once again. Lots of hugs right now on the Badger sideline, especially the starters on defense have checked out. They want to throw it. Allen will fire it downfield. He does have a receiver all by himself, and they're going to get their touchdown. There is Calhoun with the touchdown. I don't see a flag this time. I don't see a flag. Arkadelphia looking around like maybe there's going to be a flag. They have the young defenders in the secondary, and they just got confused and let Calhoun run down the field all by himself. But the clock has just expired. Now, Southside would love to kick an extra point, but I don't think that's going to happen. Both sides are done. This game is over. Arkadelphia has the win, 35-6. Southside's only score coming on the last play of the game.
35-6, and your Arkadelphia Badgers are going to War Memorial. They are headed to the Rock to play in the 4A state championship game.
This has not happened since 2018. And Cooper, it is exciting to go, even more exciting to win. Arkadelphia has last appeared for the championship game in 2017, 2018, won both of those football games. Before that, all the way back to 1987. I called that game also. That's back awesome. In 1987, and that was a win as well. So Arkadelphia has a history of performing well in the championship game.
That's right. Now Jim Rothwell has switched his hat over, and he is not going to take it off until the Badgers win next Saturday at 12 o'clock. So I'm excited. There's going to be a lot of great football. We don't know who we're playing yet, but we know that we're going to be playing for a state title.
Hey, we're going to bring you that information. Stay tuned for the postgame show. Our buddy out in California, Kerry Garnett with Blend Luxury Real Estate, he was the champion quarterback for the 1979 team. So Arkadelphia has lined up some championship games and produced some championship teams, and they'll try to do it again here in 2024. When we come back then, the postgame show, sponsored by Blend Luxury Real Estate in San Diego. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Scott Bird DDS is a true general dentistry practice with a comfortable, laid-back atmosphere. Led by Dr. Scott Bird, they've been serving the people of Arkadelphia for over 20 years. It's a simple philosophy. Treat every patient the way they would want to be treated, with clear communication and honesty. Their comprehensive care ensures that all your dental needs are met under one roof, providing convenience and quality you can count on. Scott Bird DDS General Dentistry at 7th and Caddo, 870-246-6745.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations, located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store, located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
Caring for our neighbors is a part of growing up in Arkansas. You know my dad, Taylor King. I'm Austin King, and I chose to follow my dad's career by becoming an advocate for the injured. Our firm is knowledgeable in personal injury law, so we can care for the people in our state who are injured as a result of negligence. As a father myself, I'm teaching my kids to care about others. Isn't that right, Taylor Woods? Yeah. Choose a lawyer that cares about you. At Taylor King Law, it's our legacy to be on your side, by your side.
Jeff Root along with me, Jim Rothwell on stats. Cooper Darr is still with me. Chris Babb is down the sideline, and very soon he'll have an interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. We're going to be checking on the score in a moment. We're a little bit ahead. I don't think the other game has ended quite yet. We're a little bit ahead of the Mills game against Elkins, but we'll bring you that score and find out who Arkadelphia will be playing in the championship game. We'll bring that to you very, very soon. I tell you what, Arkadelphia just played a whale of a game tonight. Arkadelphia led it at halftime as a result of some outstanding passing plays. McCoy to Roberts the first touchdown pass was McCoy to Purifoy for a 40-yard touchdown, then McCoy to Wagner for a 35-yard touchdown, and then McCoy to Roberts for a 19-yard touchdown, and the Badgers led it 21-0 at halftime. In the second half, Arkadelphia got a touchdown. McCoy to Purifoy, 28-0 on 4 touchdown passes from McCoy, and then Arkadelphia, of course, got its 35-0 lead on a touchdown by Wimberly from the 1-yard line. After that, a touchdown on the last play of the game by Calhoun on a pass from Allen, and the final was 35-6, Arkadelphia with the win. 5:27 left in the fourth quarter of a game that is still in doubt. Elkins 30, Mills 22. That's an 8-point game, so that is one possession lead for Elkins. They've led throughout most of the second half, but Mills is right there, and they still have a chance.
It's going to be a good game. I've gotten to play against both of those teams. I know I've said that a couple times this year, but I got to play against Mills. I got to play against Elkins my whole life. And a buddy of mine who played at Shiloh with me is now the starter defensive end for Elkins. So he played with me in a state championship against Joe T. Robinson a couple years ago. But it's going to be a fun game. No matter who we play next week, we know that the Badgers will prepare accordingly. Coach Shucker's going to get them ready. The defense is going to come out, as usual, be dominant, and offense is going to have a lot of fun as well.
In a few moments, we'll have stats from Jim Rothwell, and, of course, as soon as he gets the opportunity, Chris Babb will have an interview with head coach Trey Shucker. But let's talk about the first half and the second half, Cooper, because the first half highlighted by those 3 touchdown passes from McCoy, another touchdown pass in the second half, plus a running touchdown by Wimberly late in the ball game. And then, of course, on the last play, Southside got their touchdown against the Arkadelphia backups. But still, Southside's a very good team, undefeated coming into the contest. They've been able to win close games. They've blown out several teams. Arkadelphia made a statement tonight with a 35-0 lead until the last play of the game with a big-time win against a good football team in Southside.
This really was a statement game, and yes, Southside, great team. They had a great year. I mean, what was it, 13-1? 13-1. That is a great record. No matter what, you should never hang your head low. Obviously, you always want to get to the championship, but the Southerners had a great season this year. But Arkadelphia just, being dominant this game. This really was a statement game, just like you said. They made their mark in a semifinal game where a lot of people were talking how close it was going to be. They really showed everyone how good the Arkadelphia Badgers really are.
One of the things we've talked about week after week, and we'll see that from Jim in a moment with the stats, is that Arkadelphia just has many ways in which they can score. McCoy, of course, is the key at quarterback because as a sophomore, he's just had an amazing season. But he can throw to a lot of different people. McCoy to Purifoy, first touchdown, then Wagner, then Roberts in the second half back to Purifoy, threw 4 touchdown passes tonight to 3 different people, and other receivers had some first down catches as well.
That's right, and not only were they just like 10-yard throws, one of them was 40 yards. And, totaled out to be 40 yards. But
he had a 40, a 35, a 19, all of them passes to the end zone.
And just perfectly, maybe a couple of them had to adjust, but he threw it right where the ball was supposed to be. He practiced a lot of those situations. I know Coach Shucker probably gets with them on that. Just great coaching staff, also makes great players as well.
Tell you what, let's go to Jim Rothwell and talk about stats. Jim, a lot of opportunities to praise the offensive players. We'll do that, but when you look at the stats for Southside, you got to praise the defense because even though Southside had some opportunities, they never got into the end zone until the very last play.
That's true. Oh.
Go ahead, Jim.
I'm good.
We were just offered free pickles.
Yeah.
But we're not going to – thank you very much, but I can't eat a pickle right now. All right. Thank you, Jim. Go right ahead.
All right. Again, the defense did a great job. You got the defensive line and linebackers. They basically shut down a running back that had 2,000 yards this year. He ended up 55 yards on 20 carries, 2.75 yards a carry. Allen had some scrambles, but they also had some lost places where they were getting pressure on him. Passing, they completed 2 passes, I think, out of 4, and one of them was that last one. I think it was about 48 yards or something. It was over, so I really didn't check. I just sort of guessed. But other than that, they just didn't do anything, and a lot of it it was Arkadelphia defense, and penalties basically kept Southside in the game. Arkadelphia penalties gave them several first downs and kept drives going, and you can't say enough about the defense, particularly the defensive line and linebackers, that they just shut down everything.
Jim, they love the running game at Southside. They've got a running back with a couple of thousand yards rushing, and he just couldn't find openings to run through. He made some yardage after contact tonight because he's tough, but that turned into a 4-yard run instead of a 2-yard run. He just never got a big one off. And their quarterback had some good runs. We expect to see him make a lot of yardage as a runner and perhaps improve his passing game in the next 2 years. He's only a sophomore. So they do have weapons on offense. It's not that they haven't played any good teams. They do have a weapon on offense at running back and at quarterback and receivers also. They just couldn't overcome the defensive line putting pressure, the linebackers making tackles, the secondary covering well.
Yeah. Even when he scrambled and made some yardage, the pressure was what caused him to do that. And some of that just he's quick, he's elusive, so he could get away. But that defensive pressure, they just shut everything down from the middle of the field out because of her speed. And a lot of that goes to the preparation. They are prepared and know what the other team's doing, and they are ready for it. Looking at the offense, it's sort of what we've seen. For Arkadelphia, running game ended up with 87 yards on 17 carries. Moody came in and did a good job, 6 carries for 54 yards. Reed had 9 carries for just 22 yards. A lot of 2-3 short yardage plays, but it was
3 first downs.
He did get 2 or 3 short yard plays for first downs. It's a sophomore quarterback, 24 of 29. At one time, I think he was 10 out of 10 in that first quarter.
Wow.
Again, over 200 yards in the first half. 4 touchdowns again. But if you're asking me about the offensive player, it's the receivers as a group. When you've got 4 basic receivers that all have 2 catches, have touchdowns, have over 30 yards, you're spreading the ball around. And as a group, they are hard to defend. You might have, look at Southside. They had 1, Calhoun, and the big tight end. Arkadelphia has 4. Plus, you got Reed or Moody coming out of the backfield. That is just hard to defend.
A lot of things you can do, and so many of those guys have the speed to go all the way after the catch.
That's right. They can make yardage after the catch. They know how to get open. In high school, you may have a couple of defensive backs that can guard a receiver like that. You're not going to have 4, and that's what makes it so. And McCoy's learning which ones to pick. He's learning how to find the open receiver.
He's passing accurately.
Oh, yeah.
For a young quarterback, now I say a young quarterback, he's played a lot of games. He started the entire sophomore year, which is lasting the entire fall semester, right? So he's played a lot of quarterback at this point.
83% tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And some deep passes that he's completing. So, he also played a whale of a game and has developed so much during the season. It makes you so anxious to see him for the next 2 years, but first to see him next week.
Right. That's right. We get to do that. And I do have my hat on and ready, and I will bring it to the game.
Give us the history of the hat.
The history, if I remember correctly, John Outlaw and his coaching staff wore these in '87.
Okay.
And Fitzhill, who was an entrepreneur, I think he was back here at OBU then, was selling them. And so I got one because I was keeping stats with you then. And it went to the championship game, and it went back in 2017 and 18. And it's going again. And every time we made it to Little Rock, I've had the hat, and we've won.
All right,
So the legend of the hat hopefully continues.
The hat will continue, I'm sure of it. Thank you so much, Jim Rothwell. Appreciate all the work that you always do on statistics. Jim doing a great job for us. Let me give you an update on the Elkins-Mills game now. It's still 30-22. Elkins is ahead. Mills has the ball, but unfortunately, no, I'm sorry. It is, now as they're lining up, I see offensively it is Elkins with the ball. Now they're back on the field and Elkins has the ball. Elkins is on the 1, so they're close to stretching out this lead, and there's less than 2 minutes left. Now they're not going to get a touchdown on second down and goal. Mills is fighting back, trying to keep their season alive, but Elkins is looking good right now with an 8-point lead, and a field goal even would give them a 2-possession lead with only a minute and a half left in the game. But it's not Elkins yet. We'll keep an eye on that and see how it continues to develop. Previously, Arkadelphia 87 win over Whitehall, 2017 win over Warren, and 2018 win over Joe T. Robinson. They're going to face a good opponent, Jim, no matter who it is that Arkadelphia will face next week. Elkins, it looks like, perhaps Mills. They're not done yet.
Well, we have another local team going as well. Bismarck ended up beating Fordyce pretty easily. I think 49-20 something, I believe. I looked at the score a little bit ago. So
you're a Fordyce guy, I know. But it looks pretty good for this side of the state, right?
It does.
Arkadelphia and Bismarck so close together. So we're still waiting to see how the Elkins game will end. It looks like a timeout has been called. Well, the clock just continues to run. Surely they're going to reset the clock here in a moment with 50-some-odd seconds left. Still an 8-point lead for Elkins, and they have still a second down and goal to go. So we are nearing time for an interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Let's go down the sideline and see if Chris has it.
The victorious Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker and Remy coach, congratulations. I thought your guys really, you talked about needing to make some plays to bring the big ticket in. Your guys came out and made plays, set the tone defensively and offensively.
We did, and Southside's a really good football team. They're very physical. Our guys did a really good job matching and exceeding that. And man, we're so glad that we had it at home. Our home environment is awesome and really cool for us. And I think it made a difference in the end. But our guys did a really good job of just matching and exceeding the violence and physicality that they bring. Very proud of our team overall. I mean, it was a hard-fought win, and man, we're just so excited. We've been preaching to our guys for years now. I mean, this is the past 4 years is our third semifinal game, and the past 2 times we haven't been able to get to the next week. And man, we're just telling them, get over the hump. Get over the hump. And the whole deal this week was, hey, we're standing on top of the hump. We just got to take that extra step and get over it. And we did that tonight.
You did it. You also got over some self-inflicted wounds. You gave yourself your own adversity. I thought the way you guys responded to that and with the big plays really helped too.
Yeah, there was a lot of adversity out there tonight. Some of it was us, some of it was who knows, but we found a way and kept it going. Defense did a great job stopping what they do. They're very good at running their offense, their gun tee. They put up a lot of points this season. They've got over 2,000-yard running back, and our defense did a really good job of keeping them out of the end zone. I know they scored that last one at the very end with time running out, but defense did a great job tonight. Offense found a way and got it done too.
Coach, congratulations. See you next week in Little Rock.
We're excited. Going to the ship, baby.
Remy, go Badgers.
Go Badgers.
Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker down there with Chris Babb. Appreciate that interview. We greatly appreciate that interview every week. After the game, he takes time to talk to us. Appreciate that, Coach. Tell you what, we will take a break. We'll come back with more of the postgame show. Arkadelphia the winner tonight, 35-6 over Southside. Arkadelphia is headed to the state championship game at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock next week. We'll come back in a moment. We'll give you more information about who Arkadelphia will be playing next week as that game is beginning to wrap up now. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Post-game show continues here at Badger Stadium. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Chris Babb, and we're getting score updates from Cooper Dar. It is right now Elkins 33, Mills 22 with only 25 seconds left. Mills has the ball, but they're down by 11, so it looks like Elkins will be the opponent in the championship game. Arkadelphia, Chris, let's talk about that performance tonight that Arkadelphia had. Just got stats. Amazing work by the quarterback, McCoy, with a big night. His receivers also big night in terms of some deep passes, some good runs after shorter passes. The running attack got some first downs when they needed to get first downs. The offense played extremely well. And to shut out a team like Southside until the very last play of the game, pretty amazing.
Yeah, they just did an absolutely wonderful job of having a good game plan, working on the game plan through the week, and executing that game plan. Southside believed coming into the game that they were a physical football team, and they are, and Arkadelphia knew that they were going to have to match that physicality, and I think they did that. They held an offense in check that had been very successful, 13-0. You don't get to 13-0 without being really solid on both sides of the ball, and that's what it was.
We're going to talk about offensive and defensive players of the game in a moment, but first of all, we're getting closer to a final score. Again, Elkins leads it by 11, and they have just wrapped it up. So it's a final score. It is Elkins that Arkadelphia will play in the championship game next week. Give us a rundown about how this will work, because while we would love to bring you our full magic of the live stream, we won't be able to do it for the championship game, but that doesn't mean we won't be there and be a part of the action.
Yeah, the video will be through PBS, Arkansas PBS, whatever cable or satellite or YouTube TV, whatever you have. You can watch it Saturday at noon on PBS. That's the only place you'll be able to watch it. If you're outside of that's in Arkansas. If you're outside of the state of Arkansas, you can watch it on NFHS. I believe there's a charge for that to watch championship games through NFHS. I want to say $12, but I'm not 100% sure. We do believe, we're not 100% sure, we'll figure out all this and work with the athletic department to post it. We do believe that we'll be able to do some type of audio only. That was the case in 2018. Jim, I see your hat now that I'm back up here. Glad to see the 1987 Badger football hat on Jim's head, because that means we're going to the championship
Remarkable
game.
Condition.
That's right. It really is. It really is. It's back in style now because it's a rope hat. It's got one of those ropes that was popular. Yeah, Cooper college students are saying you're in style, Dr. Rothwell.
He keeps it in a safety deposit box, waiting for the next championship game.
So next Saturday at noon, we'll find it out, but we think we'll be able to do audio only of that game. We will still record it for the coaches show like we would normally. So we believe that's the case. It's just a fun. I was up there today with some students working with Bobby Swafford in the AAA office. Some of our Ouachita students running social media for the AAA for the 2A and 5A championship games today and tonight. And it's just fun to be able to be there. Arkadelphia hadn't been there since 2018. Thrilled for Coach Shucker to be able to – he talked about getting over that hump, and they got over that hump in a big way. They took a big old step over that hump and stomped.
You bet.
And so it's a fun time. I expect there will be a large Arkadelphia crowd. I do remember in 2017 when – it was the Saturday after the 7A game when North Little Rock was there playing Bryant, I believe, and the crowd that showed up on the the east side of War Memorial Stadium for that Arkadelphia-Warren game, people in the press box were talking about, well, I don't think we've ever seen this many people at a championship game.
You bet.
And so I believe there'll be another large crowd there Saturday. I think the weather, the last time I looked, was supposed to be highs almost in 60 and sunny. So we'll be the home team, so we'll be on the press box side. But yeah, it's going to be a fun day.
Chris, you mentioned the coaches show a few moments ago. For those who are not really in the habit of watching that every week, great time to start that habit. Tell us about the coaches show and how that's put together.
Yeah, Cooper Dar hosts the Inside Badger Football with Trey Shucker. He takes the highlights that Coleman Callan hits record on every Friday night, even when it's 35 degrees. Someone from Alabama, not used to 35 degrees, takes those highlights, and about 10 minutes of highlights. Cooper and Coach Shucker will talk about that. It's on the Arkadelphia Public School District YouTube channel. And talk about the players of the week and, kind of take a look at what's going on. And this week they'll be taking a look at a semifinal win and a trip to War Memorial Stadium Saturday for a championship game.
All right, offensive and defensive players of the game now. A lot of choices on both sides of the football. Shut out until the very last play. Let's start with the defense. So many people played well. There were a few names that we heard on a regular basis. But in order for people to be in a position to make a tackle, oftentimes their teammates are doing their job too.
Man, this was the definition of a team effort. I think Coach Kaiser's going to be very pleased when he goes back and watches that film. That was a team effort. LaJavis Moody, Xavier Williams, we said his name. You guys said his name a ton tonight. But I think early in the game, when it was still a two-possession game, LaJavis Moody had some huge plays. And I think early in the game, that I could go for LaJavis Moody, one of those defensive linemen in that solid unit for Arkadelphia.
Wimberly, of course, came in and got a touchdown toward the end of the game.
Yeah, that was great. I was down there getting ready to interview Coach Shucker after the game, and what a fun scene that was with them getting they wanted that ticket now. They wanted the ticket, and they were not – they wanted the ticket, and they were not going to – that's not a time where you're like, okay, guys, get this row, this row. They wanted the ticket. And when I was down there when Nykeeson scored that touchdown, those teammates were just thrilled for him.
Nykeeson, of course, he played as a ninth grader in the playoffs,
right.
So we've known his name. We've called his name on the radio for 4 years now. But Moody, I'm with you. Also a senior, a defensive lineman. My goodness, he played quite a game tonight. We'll name him as our defensive player of the game.
Absolutely. I think it was a great effort, and you knew that going against that gun T, the front seven were going to have a solid night and have to play their assignments, but then also be ready to gang tackle because they had some really strong runners.
Yeah, we saw a lot of tacklers ganging up on the very fine runner McLaughlin. He is a great running back. Didn't have a great night tonight because of that defense of Arkadelphia. Offensive player of the game. A lot of places you can go. What a great job on the first touchdown by Purifoy, adjusting to that deep pass, making that catch for the touchdown. He also had a touchdown in the second half on a pass reception. But if you look at McCoy, what's his stat one more time? I think it was an amazing stat. This is McCoy for Arkadelphia. And McCoy, his pass completions, if we can pull it up on the computer, just so I get it right, 24 out of 29 tonight passing, McCoy.
Yeah, it was a fantastic effort from Bryson McCoy. I just thought when he had time to make decisions, he made great ones. When he didn't have time, he made great ones. I just thought it was a very, very good effort. Great numbers from Bryson McCoy again.
So a lot of people to throw to. Good work by the running backs. Offensive line, again, played very well against a fine defensive line for Southside. McCoy is our offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game, LaJavis Moody. And so Arkadelphia goes to the finals. Let's wrap it up, Chris, by just talking about how important it is for players to see good results from all the hard work that they put in. And Arkadelphia has earned this trip to the finals through hard work going on for months and for years.
Yeah, it's a process. I saw a lot of alumni down there on the field from 17 and 18 who had been there. I saw some under Coach Eldridge, when Coach Eldridge, Coach Kaiser, Chandler, Moreland were there. I saw some alumni from Coach Shucker, Jason Campbell was here. Then I saw, some of these guys from the 22 team. Donovan Whitten was here. Obviously, we heard from Cannon, Donovan, Carter Babb, Latonio Hughes, Trip Campbell, a lot of the guys. And that's just some of who I saw. But it's been a process. And there is an expectation that if you're in the football program, you're going to win and you're going to develop. Coach Shucker talked in some of our pregame shows earlier this season that 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade not always have the best records, but they do believe they have a system that develops players. And when you're able to keep players in your system and develop them, they turn into what you saw on the field this season and what you'll see next Saturday in Little Rock.
Now, Chris, you and I have been doing this for a long time. I've been doing it even a little longer than you have. And I tell you what, I've seen a stretch of a period of time when Arkadelphia would be pleased to make the playoffs but wouldn't really advance very much, right? They had a competitive team but not a team that was going to threaten to win a state championship. Part of what they had to do to overcome that was the idea that we're all going to accept the concept that we're going to continue in the football program and keep doing this for the entire fall semester.
Right.
And this team is not ready to quit. They appear to me to be absolutely ready to go to the state championship game next week.
When on the Thanksgiving morning, when the alumni come, Butch Alexander's one of those alumni and former coaches. Butch Alexander's at one of those that comes. And last year, I told the guys that I remember when during that 15, 16, 17, 18 stretch, when Coach A was one of the assistant coaches, he told the coaching staff, he said, guys, you got to have several things to win a state championship. You obviously have to be good. You have to have some breaks. You have to stay healthy. But you have to have players who want to be playing until almost Christmas, the entire fall semester. They put the team above themselves, whether it's behavior in the school, any of that stuff. And so this team, and I've seen teams, I saw one of the teams, I don't remember what year, but when they lost, there was almost a sense of relief, a decade ago or something before they had gotten to that point.
Right.
But this team has an expectation, wants to get to that, and they still want to be playing football, and that's what you have to be.
And we still want to be broadcasting football. How much fun is it going to be next week? Again, PBS, the Arkansas Educational Television Network, that's where you're going to go to see and hear the game.
Yeah, it'll.
But we believe we're going to be able to do the audio broadcast live and also record that, you know, for posterity, of course.
Right.
But if you desire to listen to us, we're going to be there. We're going to be there, and obviously it's going to be a great game and great opportunity for Arkadelphia to try to win a state championship against a good Elkins team.
And so will Jim's hat.
That's Jim's hat will be there. There's no doubt about it. Spend just 2 minutes talking about Elkins. This is a team that has grown and grown and grown. And Cooper Darr wants to talk about it because he knows some of them personally.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Cooper, but this is a program that really has developed over the last 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And so they benefit similar to Gentry. They're a smaller town that's close to a metro area. They have there's people say transfers this, that, and the other, and there are lots of kids who grew up in Elkins. So it doesn't need to turn into they're getting a lot of players from wherever else. But they are a good football team. They are also in that process. Last year they made the semifinals and thought that was the year. They had some really good players that signed at colleges, and everybody believed that was the year. Didn't make it, but they have taken that extra step, similar to what Arkadelphia did to make the championship game. I will pass the headset so Cooper can talk a little bit about personnel for Elkins.
We are talking about a team that comes from a town that is in itself growing, right? I think nearly everything in Northwest Arkansas is growing right now. And so Elkins has grown in its ability to put together a good football team. And then, of course, they have some players coming in. So that opportunity in Northwest Arkansas, they have grasped that opportunity. They've made something special from it.
They really have. I've played Elkins since I could remember in the 3rd grade, and they've always been a spread team. They're going to be a spread offense. They have a ton of different weapons, just like Arkadelphia does, obviously. That's why they made it to the state championship. They got a lot of different weapons to use. I've been watching a little bit on them already. Been watching some buddies that I used to play with at Shiloh in high school. They've now transferred to Elkins, and starting defensive end Owen Boblitz all-state defensive end, all-conference, even back whenever he was a 10th grader at Shiloh. So he's also, I know the quarterback was injured in the postseason a little bit, but I think he's back now. He's back and ready for the state championship game as well. But just like we were saying, it is in Fayetteville. It's right off of Fayetteville. So they do get a lot of transfers, but yes, there are a lot of kids from Elkins that stay in Elkins as well.
Arkadelphia, 29-point win tonight. For all intents and purposes, a 35-point win tonight and a shutout until that very last play against a young defense that was maybe already celebrating when they got that score on the last play of the game. But still, a very impressive win here in the semis for Arkadelphia, but also a very impressive win for Elkins because although it was an 11-point win and not a blowout, they beat a great team in Mills.
They really did beat a great team in Mills, and I got an opportunity to play Mills just 2 years ago as well. So Mills, just an athletic, just D1 players everywhere on that team, and they do play well together. They keep getting very far in every single postseason game that they get to. They were ranked number 1 in the 4A of Rex's Road to the Rock rankings in a show that we do at Ouachita. But Mills was right there at the top, and Elkins came in, and they were the 1 and 2 seed, but also Arkadelphia being up there in the 1 and 2 seed as well. Arkadelphia coming in as the home team, which from a player's perspective, I got to play 4 games there. Being the home team, I mean, it makes the world's a difference. Being in the home locker room, it's different. Being on the home sideline, it's different. You're not staring at a giant press box, which it's a little frightening because I saw it. So
it's behind you if you're the home
it's
team.
Behind you if you're the home team. So you're not staring into it. It's not 50 stories tall.
Yeah.
So being on the home side is going to be awesome, but also the Badgers just got to go out and play football. That's all it is.
All right, I tell you what, 10,000 people in Arkadelphia, 50,000-seat stadium.
That's
but
right.
Arkadelphia is going to do a great job of putting a lot of people in the seats to watch that game. And then a number of people are going to watch it on television, of course. But I tell you what, I think we'll have an audience, too. We're excited to bring you that game. Cooper, you are good luck. You are invited to stay. Coleman, you're invited not to graduate and go away because we want to keep you here because you've been here for 4 years and your first trip to a state championship game. It's the first trip since 2018 for Jim and for Chris and for me, but we liked it. We're ready to go back. It's going to be a lot of fun. I happen to be 3-0 in broadcasting championship games, so I'm looking to make it 4-0.
Hopefully I can make it 1-0 in broadcasting. I'm tired of losing them as a player.
You got a few years left with us. Maybe we'll pile these things up.
That's right.
Big win tonight for Arkadelphia. Once again, the final score was Arkadelphia 35 and Southside from the Batesville area. They scored 6 by picking up a touchdown on the last play of the game. Southside's a good team. No disrespect at all, but Arkadelphia played a whale of a game tonight. First string offense pitched a shutout. And the first team defense did, and the offense for Arkadelphia just explosive tonight. 21-0 lead at halftime, 35-6 final score. I want to say thank you to Coleman Callan, 4 years on the camera, also running the computer at times for us. Appreciate your work, Coleman. I want to say thank you to Jim Rothwell, longtime partner on stats. Appreciate Cooper Darr on color commentary, our good luck charm, who has gone to the finals in his very first year as a broadcaster, and Chris Babb, the captain of the ship. Thank you again, Chris. This is Jeff Root. Good night, everybody. Arkadelphia the winner tonight, 35-6, and headed to the state finals next week. So, Abby, tell Mary Kate, this might be a championship year.